Go.
Well, unofficially and officially, because we lost a few episodes from the great Twitch purge of ignorance from me, this is episode 11, Elias Night. So, to give a quick recap over the past 10 days, the group has undertaken the quest from the Council of Baldur's Gate, Alder Ravengard, and Ravenwing. No, it's Ravengard. Um, and Governor Nighthill, Escobert the Red, Leosin Erlenthar of the Harpers. So you have Lord's Alliance members, Harper members, and Order Gauntlet members. Assigned you guys with trailing the presumed Cult of the Dragons, Hoard of the Dragon Queen, and to locate where it is headed. You guys have followed that efficiently and very well, maintaining your facade of being merchants and guards for well over 300 miles. Mostly without problem. Few attacks here and there, and natural occurrences and phenomenon that you guys had to overcome, like the shambling mountains and the nastiness on the ground with all the mushrooms and fungus. You finally found yourself in the city of Daggerford to get some rest, where sadly that night you were found by a vicious attack on the walls led by a great white dragon, whereas hill giants, ettins, goblins, and gnolls raided the city of Daggerford from all sides, while from the skies above the white dragon came to descend hell upon, but was strucken down by your favorite bronze dragon, Felgalos, and Zirazalim of the Zentarum mercenaries, also revealing a dragon in their midst. Afterwards, the city of Daggerford, the city of Townsville, needed to be repaired, and you guys were offered the opportunity to stay and help out, but you insisted you must persist on with the caravan. And that's where you find yourselves in the morning of 20 Marpanath. The caravan is, so this is the morning after the attack, and the caravans are out in the front gates, starting to reload. So you guys are down here at the caravan grounds. Now you can't see because there's more letterings and whatnot, but the caravan has kind of been segregated into two halves, with the front end of the caravan being the presumed cultists with the Hoard, and then the back end of the caravan being you guys carefully watching them. As you're loading the carts, two new passengers have arrived to the northern caravan. A gnome female by the name of Jamna Gleamsilver, and a very tall, presumed human man wearing long robes, now covered in like furs, and has like a big, like kind of Russian tall hat. Has some tattoos all over him, but for the most part, was pretty chill the last time you guys talked to him. Whilst the party, just around the corner, behind some shrubbery, out of sight of the cultists, you guys are talking amongst yourselves in the mornings. Lance, Ract, Dr. Nada, Lady Zan, Land, and Valathar, and Corwin, reminiscing about the battle from the night before. Some saying how it was too close to call, others being more supportive and, like, God, good job, everybody. When you hear, well, first you feel like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, kind of like you're being watched. And then you hear the sound of, like, the trees behind you starting to crackle. And that's when you notice the knothole in the tree you stand behind begins to open into a vortex, of swirling green energy. Stepping through that vortex, you see... Oh, wow, go me. I forgot to pull the tokens. Uno momento. We got dragons, NPCs, Heart of Dragon NPCs. Shebang! A very familiar face. The mistress, Venomclaw, steps out using the spell Travel Via Plants. And behind her, you see two more forms coming out of the vortex. That of the familiar yellow-skinned Eladrin you know and love, Brosho, followed by Rax, the green guard drake. She steps out, looks at the party, turns to Brosho and hands him something, whispers in his ear. In time, slay her. She looks to the party, kind of scoffs in a way, but almost in a weird salute, and says, remember, always watching. As she steps back and the vortex closes and the knothole in the tree is in its original form, unhindered. Not a single piece of bark out of place. You watch as Brosho's eyes, unfamiliar, and somewhat still strikingly familiar, as a venomous green, cat-like dragon eyeballs, pupils begin to form back into a solid green color as a smile returns to the face of Brosho. Brosho, the last thing you remember was you were about to leave Baldur's Gate with your friends. Welcome back.
Alright, I feel like my mind skipped out a bit because we're already out of Baldur's Gate. How far out are we?
But, wait, you don't know?
Where have you been?
I don't know. With you guys?
You have not.
We were about to leave Baldur's Gate, and now we're outside of Baldur's Gate, so I must have gotten conked out by a bandit or something, right?
Let's see some insight checks, everybody.
Okay.
Or do I want to? You want me to do an insight check?
No, you.
I kind of want to do an insight check. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. Actually, give me two. Give me a perception check and give me an insight check, because you are not only very confused, but it's almost like you're jet lagged. Like you're just like very like, what the fuck's happening? Yeah, you are super confused. You've never been to Daggerford, so like this entire setting, it's different than Baldur's Gate. Down in the south, it was much warmer. Now it's like sweater weather, and you're getting chilly. And everyone around, now you're questioning your friends, because up until you guys reached Baldur's Gate and had your meeting with the council, and then you were leaving, like you saw that shit with the Earth Golem going on in town, then you guys were leaving, and that's it. Then suddenly you're here, and
did you guys drug me?
Has it like changed seasons since he was last? Or, like...
Actually, yes. You guys were just exiting. It's like basically the fall now. It's early fall. However, the more north you go, the colder it is, almost year round. Besides Neverwinter. Neverwinter is Neverwinter. Ever.
Oh shit! Did I die again?
We've been traveling super long and super far. Next time you wander off, take me with you so I don't have to deal with thieving dwarves all the way over here.
You seem alive to me.
Corwin and Ract look very confused and actually weapons ready. Like, who is this? Corwin's just like, what's going on? Somebody needs to tell me.
I feel like maybe I have some sort of idea.
Velithar looks to Dr. Nada. Elaborate.
Well, it looks like he got some sort of transportation by some sort of elf that brought him through a portal here.
Well, yeah, it may have been a while since you've seen that token. That was Venomclaw. Remember that ancient green dragon you guys fought in her lair and whatnot? That was her.
Oh.
And she was all like, oh yeah, you guys are my agents now. You're working for me and I'm watching you. And she's like watching you through those crazy cool scrying orbs she had in her lair. So like when you guys felt the hairs on the back of your neck stick up, it's because she was using scrying on you.
Oh, well, Venomclaw must have been using some sort of spell on brosho to wipe his memory and bring him
Yes,
here.
and brosho, you have something in your hand. You can look at it, and it's entirely up to you if you want to reveal it to the party.
She gave me a blue scale.
It's not just a blue scale, as a matter of fact, as he opens his hand, and it is about the size of his hand. Now, usually dragon scales, like of a wormling, would be like the size of a quarter, and the size of like an adult dragon scale would be probably closer to like a baseball. This one is really long and pointed and jagged and blue.
I think we need someone who knows more about dragons than no. Well, you're
Oh,
Vey, you're our resident dragon expert.
Veilithar, upon your request, will roll history. That looks like a blue dragon scale, if you're asking me.
But isn't it?
What an observant.
I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. Like,
Here's the thing: that I don't sense any enchantments on it, and it looks to be it looks old. It looks very old, and it looks worn. And he looks at it some more, flips it over a few times. Yes, I can't identify what region. The scales don't necessarily show that, but it is very old. You can tell by the thickness here. And he holds it up, and it's like,
is it safe for me to keep?
Yeah, it like I said, as far as I know, there shouldn't be any enchantments on this.
It might make a nice quill.
Here, why don't we see what spells this stupid wizard has?
Can I identify on it to see if there's any spells attached to it?
Yes, please. Oh, no, do you have detect magic?
I don't think so.
Yes. Veilithar may have skipped out on that class. For now, I'd say keep it in your pack, and yeah, that should.
I don't know if we want to find a dragon, but maybe what was it? I've already forgot its name. Our dog.
Rax, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, Rax. I thought so.
I forgot to pull him out. Like Rax Barbecue.
Yeah.
Where is he? Right here.
Maybe he could track it.
And so Rax will go ahead and give that a good old snifferino. With it, and
Perception advantage.
yeah, he's. Oh, oops! Ignore that roll. Here we go. There's an actual. Oh, well, let's go with the
advantage.
All right.
It relies on smell.
Excellent. He sniffs it, and he walks right over to land.
Is this land scale?
Land?
You look at land scales, and they are like literally 10 times smaller than this.
Well, I've never seen his like private areas. Maybe they're bigger there.
Why did we pick this guy up?
We tried to leave behind, I swear.
He just showed up.
No, Land is the only one who knows a little more about this situation. But that's up to him to divulge. So you guys spend
I'll be quiet like normal.
Yeah, you spend a few moments, greeting Brosho back and, kind of talking about what the fuck happened. Corwin and Ract kind of alleviate their stress, and they trust you guys, so Corwin kind of sits back in a more lazy stance on his horse as he just waits because you guys are ready to go. And he says, just no more surprises from now on, okay? Yeah! He goes and gets to the front with all the other merchants. So, it's at this point, you guys are pretty convinced that it's like 100% proof that you obviously are with the cultists. You guys already saw their treasure. They accused you guys of being murderers, and they're definitely not cordial. And so your travel begins. You head from Daggerford along the high road on the coastway. The weather does start to decrease in temperature. Not too briskly. It's probably like in the mid 60s right now. So it's not. If you're used to the cold, this is shorts weather. But if you're not used to it, you're probably being a wuss and wearing some sweaters now. Yeah, there. Oh shit! I gave you guys the wrong token. Purple party is a different party. There you go. There you go. Oh, where'd that come from? Oh, you made that. Nice. That threw me off. I was like, what the fuck? Is there another mouse on my screen?
Passive mouse.
Yeah. So, another 9 days of travel. Come and go. Uneventful, as the only attempted shakedowns that were had were that of a few goblin tribes, clearly outmatched by the entirety of the caravan. So I'm not going to make you guys go into actual initiative, but you do end up slaying about 20 or so goblins and bugbears along the way. You're about 1 day out from Waterdeep now, as you enter around what is that? Pod? P-O-D? Is that P-O-D?
No, it's 9 days. There. Oh, I'll just.
Oh, 9 days later. It's the night of 29 Marpenoth. By now, Corwin and Ract have kind of grown accustomed to brosho. Brosho, you feel a little more at ease with the group, knowing you weren't drugged and still questioning what the hell happened. But,
yeah, that was a lot of time to lose.
You lost a lot of time there.
I'm a bit disappointed that I missed out on seeing a whole bunch of dragons and gnolls.
Yeah, and Valethar goes on to talk about how these two bronze dragons teamed up together to beat the shit out of this white dragon and fucking ripped its throat out and shit while the town was getting pelted by rocks from hill giants. And then goes on to, say, poor souls. Many lives were lost in that battle, but luckily none from the party. Close. I don't know if anyone got downed, but you guys were hurting. As you approach the Zund Bridge, you only have 1 day of travel. You guys go ahead and make camp on the northern embankment as you pass over Zund Bridge into the Rat Hills. It is then the caravan, for the first time and the only time, sets up camp together. The presumed cultists become somewhat more cordial with you guys, with Vicar in particular approaching Dr. Nada with a mug. And he hands him a mug full of ale from the ale keeper, whose token I've lost the name, I have forgotten. Check earlier videos.
What is he, a human?
No, Vicar, he was the drow mage from the northern part of the caravan.
The one that's friends with that dwarf? That slapped him on the head?
Something like that. Here, I'll pull them out of the dynamic layer. Tokens. Yeah, also, Roll20 did an update, and you can now change the opacity of your GM layer stuff. So that's cool.
Whoa, our caravan's huge.
Yes.
I just now noticed all these people.
Yeah, brosho's just like, holy shit. So that makes up the North Caravan, and you guys make up the South Caravan. There are other unmarked tokens of the Southern Caravan, so there's probably 6 more people on your guys' side that I don't have the tokens out. And sorry about the meowing cats. Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
I like those.
Alright. So, the caravan forms an enclave in the side of a hillside. The evening has come about. The dusk has come on. The sun is setting on the horizon, leaving a gleam of light, a sliver that still oversees your guys' encampment. A merrily bonfire has been made, and a big pot of gruel is being boiled in the center. Vicar approaches Dr. Nada and gives him a mug and proceeds to say, well, we may not have seen eye to eye throughout the entireties of our travel, but your actions in Daggerford were very heroic, and we commend your merchants and guards for their heroism and protecting us while we remained in the barracks. Not one of us were lost thanks to you, and for that we do owe you. And he bows to you, very sternly as well. He looks up.
Saturnata just stands, not flinching or anything. Can't see his face, just all shadow. And says, is this a symbol of our trust now? Because I still don't trust your thieving dwarf, and if I catch him stealing from an innocent again, I won't hesitate to shatter his entire body. And I just take the cup out of his hand aggressively.
He gets a smile on his face. A wise man would say to trust only your own intuition. And to that I say, I will not stand in your way if you two are to quarrel again. However, I cannot promise your safety if you do. We have yet one more day of travel. Can it not be bygones?
I have no quarrels with you.
Very well. Then cheers.
Cheers.
Vicar sips from the mug, nods his head, and steps back towards the cultist. It's then, you guys, you don't have like necessarily tables, but benches set up, and everyone kind of sits, with your knees crossed or cross-legged pretzel style, as a gnome, Jamna Gleamsilver, introduced briefly. Oh yeah, and that's the same kind of hat that this guy's wearing. This fucking hat. I love that hat. Goliath, leave that alone. It's the last pair of headphones. He destroys our headphones. A couple of guards from the Northern Caravan go ahead and I'm not going to make you actually move your tokens here to arrange yourselves in a fashion, but a couple of guards sit next to you guys at the table. Let's see, I'm going to pick a character at random here. How many are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah, Venomclaw's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I miss Dominic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yeah, poor Dominic. He's so fucking dead. Man, I almost forgot about Dominic. I forgot what stat block he was.
Most people
A bandit?
do.
I don't remember who Dominic.
Dominic was from back in the Woods of Sharp Teeth when you guys. Oh yeah, he was a dragon cultist. He's a turncoat.
Doesn't ring a bell.
When you get
We convinced him to kill himself.
Not a clue.
Oh.
We saved his life after convincing him to kill himself.
So
Yeah.
land
Pretty sure you made the charisma check, Land.
and Lance. Or actually, that's not fair. I'll roll another. Oh, okay. Land and Lance. You guys are sitting side by side at a table. When to your right sits one of the guards, and Jamna approaches the table with 2 bowls of gruel. She sets one down to the guard, and she sets one down in between you and Land. And as she does, she kind of looks between the 2 bowls and has a moment of hesitation that you notice. And she reaches into your bowl with like a pair of chopsticks and pulls out this little round, almost looking like a button thing. And she just looks up to you and whispers, "Shh," and proceeds to walk back and get a couple more bowls of gruel and hand them out more.
I looked to Land confused.
Same.
Wait, you looked at yourself?
He looks in the mirror.
I looked back, and what was that?
I just shrugged.
Jamna sits down next to you guys and just kind of looks
What
up.
was that thing?
Oh, nothing. I dropped a bay leaf in your soup.
Give that one to Land.
Oh. Anyway, Constitution.
can I have eaten all my bowl already of gruel?
Absolutely. You could trudge that thing down. Oh.
Okay, and then now I'm chewing on the bowl.
Yeah.
I eat bark? Wait, what's the bowl made out of?
The bowl, it's a wooden bowl, so you can...
I eat the bowl.
Yeah,
I eat the bowl. Show my elephant, like, yeah.
Your gums are kind of
This is
bleeding,
like-
but, like, you manage
Slow
to just-
down.
Some of the guards around you are just like...
Amount of fiber. Okay?
Lady Zan starts coming up to you talking about your daily ingestion of fiber. Oh.
Delicious.
Oh yes, Lady Zan, what's been your take on the brosho situation? Being the holiest amongst us.
I don't know. I didn't really think about it.
If we need to execute him, we can.
Holy shit.
Oh dear.
It's definitely a
Please.
little-
Dying was the worst thing that ever happened to me, and I don't want to do it again.
You got
I don't
better.
think you're getting a second chance, so.
Actually, I was meaning to ask you, because before I felt it was too soon, but obviously you've noticed the deformity you've obtained since your resurrection. Velothar says to Brosho. Suddenly entering the scene.
Oh, sorry, I missed the end of that. You cut out
Oh,
a little bit for me.
My apologies. Velothar approaches you and says, he basically just asks if your deformity is causing you any pain.
Oh, it doesn't hurt. I know a lot of my kin wouldn't be too thrilled about this, but
Yes,
as you may have noticed, I'm not terribly worried about my pride, and I do like dragons, so
You're not terribly dead.
well,
yes.
how about this for some consolation? I could not be more confident in a traveling companion and your ability to stand firmly against evil, and I do not believe we ever had a moment to truly thank you for your actions. Although it brought an ill fate amongst you, I'm glad we have you back. I'm glad you're here.
I actually really appreciate it. I've never really had a traveling party, so it feels
That's his
nice.
opinion.
You know we've been given a title. We are the heroes of Greenest.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you weren't there for that
Bro was.
title.
Yeah.
No, he was for Greenest. But
Didn't he die in Greenest?
No,
Oh.
Like,
he died outside of Greenest, after you guys left Greenest.
Where did you die again?
He died in the Wood of Sharp Teeth, facing off
What?
against Venomclaw.
Just ask him.
everybody knows.
no, that was Venom Fang.
Die
Oh,
once,
yep,
it
yep,
marks
yep,
out
you're right.
the
God damn it.
heroic events.
Thank you, Venom Fang. That was the first dragon. Venomclaw is the big one.
Tatranada approaches Brosho and kind of tries to silently say it so that the group doesn't hear, but he asks him, "How was it?"
Perception checks, everyone. Perception.
The most horrible thing I've ever experienced.
Do you have
Boy.
any memories of death? Did you travel to any realm, heaven, hell, anything like that?
No, I remember
I can tell you.
boiling.
You can remember at first a shock, and then for what seemed like an eternity, darkness.
Yeah, and I recall my insides boiling and then everything kind of rupturing.
Yeah, that was rough.
And then a lot of darkness,
And then you were
and
back.
then waking up, and kind of, I guess it was kind of like there was a dream that you don't remember.
Oh no! You saw one thing. I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
You saw a cackling skullhead wearing a very, very tall hat.
What the fuck? How did I forget about that?
Yes, I'm sorry.
It just comes back to you.
It's actually
Oh,
something
God.
you put it up, but it's something that was so faint and instantaneous, just like one moment of it. It almost faded from your memory for a moment until just then.
Oh god, I remember the skull.
Did you tell me about it?
Yeah, sure. I'm pretty
skull?
open.
A hat? Everything I thought about death was wrong.
I thought it'd be a lot nicer.
Well, it depends on the kind of death you have and who you
How many
worship, I
people I've
suppose.
sent there.
Thank you for sharing that with me. I've always wondered.
Yeah, and to those of you who and Shane hasn't met Ract yet. Ract is I think she's like a half elf rogue. She was someone that you guys picked up on the road and has kind of stuck around. Later revealed herself to be a Harper agent and is traveling with you guys to Waterdeep with Corwin. They share. Great thanks for you sharing your personal story of death and finish their bowls and go off to sleep as the next day it'll be about a half day's travel till you reach the river gate. Is there any other conversations anyone wants to have? Anyone want to talk to anyone about anything at all?
I'm okay.
Perfect. Then the night comes to a close. After merriment and some makeshift partying, it was pretty uncomfortable. Seemed almost forced from the other side of the caravan, but definitely out of goodwill. As the dawn breaks across the horizon and the light starts to illuminate through a thin, overcast sky. A dark blue-gray, purple, and pink sunrise on the sunset, on the horizon. As you hear from the other side of the encampment, shrieks of pain, and the immediate follow-up of panic.
Lance is gonna rush in to see what the problem is.
Alright. I assume everyone either wakes up or doesn't. You're all dead!
Oh, the end. Good game.
You all drank the soup. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
When the shrieks are met and you arise, you come out to the enclaved encampment and you see several of the guards now crowded around a tent. As do you approach? Who approaches?
I approach.
I want to go with Lance.
Lance,
Yeah, I'll
Nada,
follow him too.
Bro,
Oh, yeah, I'll follow.
Zan. Valithar and Minerva are going to stay back with Corwin and Rat towards your guys' side of the caravan with everyone. So you approach, and you see a very shocking sight as the dwarf that stole from Dr. Nada is lying with his, like, on his back, but in a really distorted position, as you see sticking out of his gut this thin, long bone sticking out of his gut and out his backside, as he just lays there with this look of pain on his face, but completely dead.
Can I do a perception check on just kind of the general scene and area?
Yes, go ahead and roll me perception.
I think he's gonna make it.
Oh.
Lance is not proficient in medicine.
Was that it, the 22?
Yeah.
You notice the gnome approaches and kind of just watches over as she's fiddling with something in her hand, and you see what's in her hand. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Can I cast Spare the Dying on the dwarf?
You can attempt to.
Oof.
That was kind of a rough investigation. You can attempt to spare the dying.
How do I do that?
You cast it at will. So you telling me you
Really, just do it.
you attempt.
Dr. Nada kneels down and a book appears in his handless arm as he puts his other hand on the dwarf and tries to cast Spare the Dying on him.
And you do. You cast Spare the Dying. You watch as the spell instantaneously starts and then quickly finishes. Usually around this time, you watch someone take a breath. There is none. Just blood continuously gushing from his gut.
Oh, it doesn't work?
No.
He did. Alright, I'm gonna poke
This
him with
dwarf
the
is
stick.
dead.
Does the stick poking do anything?
Um,
10-foot pole?
no, it is then the guards.
Nada's gonna shout out at them. Who did this?
As the guards look around to one another and look to you guys, Vicar looks surprised, and the tattooed gentleman looks, and he's very tall. He's like 7 foot tall, and he looks over all of you guys, and he snaps his finger, and you watch as suddenly all the tents around their side of the encampment fold themselves up, and like some of them are still in the tents, and like they get shot out of the tents, like magically folding in the air, spinning. The spokes from the iron spikes in the ground used to hold the tents, fling fling, fly off in the air, and you watch as this massive area of effect of arcane energy around this motherfucker. It all lands in the caravan carts, perfectly organized, and he goes ahead, holds his hand out, an emote of fire, and he hucks it at Lance, Land, Dr. Nada, and Zan.
Yeah, what? Wah!
Roll a dex
I'm
save.
gonna cast counterspell.
Do I still
Ooh.
need a dex save if I can use one of my abilities?
Dr.
Ooh.
Nada's ring
Do we
lights
still
up
need to
as he
roll
puts his
save
armless
if he
hand
does a
out
counterspell?
and tries to counterspell.
Alright, and then Courtney, what did you say?
Do we still need to do the save if he counterspells?
No, actually, so this is what happens. As you watch this crazy fucking transmutation happen in front of you as like a quick escape, the carts are now automatically just ready, full of everything, and he hucks this mote of fire at you. You instantly recognize this as fireball, and with your left hand, this shadowy essence shoots from your hand and absorbs the ball as it goes flying at you. As it's about to disperse, it then implodes. As
Should we,
Azbarah Jos then tells them, "Now, get on the caravans!" And he casts another spell. This time, using this staff that he manifests out of nothing. This staff is very tall, almost taller than him, and it has several different colored runes on it, and gems, all the way from the hilt to the very tippy top. As you watch the guards start to load.
Whoops.
It's okay.
Oh.
The guards start to load light crossbows and brandish their weapons as they back away towards the carts, slowly getting onto the carts. What are you guys doing?
I am gonna cast Phantasmal Force, and I'm gonna make a giant shadowy, like, dragon right in front of their. Or it's gonna be a 10-foot dragon right in front of the carts.
As
Like, red eyes, just scary as hell, roaring.
all right. And as
Lance's-
you go to cast that spell, the same negative energy that you counterspelled his fireball with, you watch as he casts counterspell against your phantasmal force.
Oh shit.
Alright.
Buying a few more seconds for the guards to get on the actual cart. So now they're loading on, and there's like one more round until they're actually
Are
going to
they-
start moving.
Are they like stealing other people's carts or just taking their own carts?
Just theirs. Yours were completely unaffected by that spell, whatever it was he casted.
Okay. Last year, like, let them go. It's too late.
I'm just trying to remember. I can cast Hunter's Mark on them, couldn't I? If we need to track them.
You certainly could.
Yeah.
How
That's
how
that.
far away are they from us?
Right now, they're only like 30 feet from you, about to get on the carts.
Whoops.
As
Yeah,
you go to
whoops,
cast Hunter's Mark, it fizzles out as you watch Azbarah Jos with his excellent staff dispels your Hunter's Mark.
Hey.
Rude. I'm just shooting. You know what? Jesus, how many reactions does this guy have?
You don't know.
Well, that's terrifying. Let's not fight him.
If you want, now we can go into actual initiative here. If now after that last dispel, the remainder of the guards, including Vicar, have now boarded the. I think they have 8 carts. I believe it was 8 carts. I only showed less than the actual amount, but there's 8 carts. What was that? Okay, thought that was the door. I was like, oh god, someone's in here.
I fucking hope not.
Yeah, some woman walked into our apartment the other day. I was so pissed. I was like, get the fuck out!
Is that why
I could have been naked.
Gilligan was freaking out.
Yeah,
It was
scary.
hilarious.
Sorry, that was off topic. Breaking the fourth wall here. Sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, so you guys have a moment here around to do something. So I'm just going to roll for them all on one initiative. Not everyone has to act on this initiative if they don't want to. You could just be like, what?
It's too late.
Corwin and Ract are, Corwin's preparing, he's unhooking his horse from your caravan, and Ract is preparing her short bow. Okay. So
Can I counterspell a counterspell?
Yeah.
Yes.
It turns into a pissing match of who has the higher spell slot. So if you wanted to attempt to counterspell that counterspell, I'll let you do that now.
No.
Okay. So land, you have, and again, we are going to do this theater of the mind, so you don't have to move your token. You have 30 feet between you and them.
Land's on a movement.
Okay.
Which means, if you want to go hit someone, anyone, you can hit anyone. I don't want to resolve this in a 10-round battle.
Okay.
This is the sped up version.
So, I am going to.
You hear Lance shout something in the back of your, from your peripherals, from your eyes. You hear him shout something from your eyes.
Lance, how are you doing that? Stop! It hurts.
I can just let him go.
It's up to you what you want to do.
If I do that, did I get rid of my turn?
Yeah, if you forfeit to an action,
Dodge action.
or you can take dodge action. They were loading weapons, so that
If there's one thing land is known for, it's pacifism.
Ooh,
Right.
the shadows encase land for a moment.
Such a hard decision.
No, you Lance said, we can, don't worry about it, we can do it. But what you heard was, take their teeth!
We can win this fight. I'll dodge my turn though. I'll follow what Lance said is probably what I would actually do. I do want to punch them though.
All right, Lady Zan, you got 30 feet between you and them. Is there anything you would like to do?
So Lance is saying to not do anything?
Lance is saying let him go. That's his opinion. I'm asking you what you want to do. You can take his opinion.
I think maybe we should see what happens if we don't attack them. See if this can be resolved without killing.
Can everyone hear Courtney, by the way?
Yeah,
no.
not right
Can you
now.
turn the music down?
Yeah, I'm going to turn the
Oh,
music
it's
down a
pretty
bit.
loud.
This one's a bit loud.
Alright, I was saying, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
I was saying maybe we should, not fight this round and see what happens, cause,
She's cutting it out really.
Yeah.
There was like 3 words there, I think.
Here, I think it's because I I need to fix one thing here. All right. How about now?
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
So I was saying maybe we shouldn't fight them right away. Maybe we should listen to Lance and see if this can be resolved without killing.
So are you like saying that out loud?
Yes.
All right.
Because there's a bunch of us before there's them.
Yeah. And then Ract looks to Lady Zan as you're telling, like, don't. So she, as she had her bow ready, she then holds it down. Dr. Nada, there's 30
I'm
feet.
not in
got?
the turn order right now.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, shit. What happened? What did you roll?
18.17.
Okay, I can fix that. Uno momento. 18 point what?
17.
17. Alright, so it should be your turn then, so give me...
All right. I
Here you
don't
go.
know if I have to actually click anything for it, but I'll just attempt a hunter's mark on one of the guys again.
Which one? Any of these
So
tokens will work.
anyone in this group?
Mhm.
This guy looks pretty defenseless and important.
Alright, go ahead.
Great way to choose targets.
Do I need to click hunter's mark or anything?
No,
I don't know
you
if
can
there's,
just you can just tell me you cast it.
Yeah, I'll cast it.
Alright. And you go to cast it. This time, let's see if that gets past Mr. Joss here. Actually, this isn't you actually doing anything roguish. Just roll me a stealth check.
All right.
I just want to see
That's
How low-
Not a good.
how
I'm
low
sorry.
key you can be. Alright,
Bad.
I'll allow it.
Apparently pretty low key.
This does not get to spell.
Sweet.
Anything else?
No, that's good for me.
Alright, Dr. Nada.
I'll save my spell slot for another counter spell if this mage tries to throw anything at us, and I'll just let them go.
Let's see here. How
Just
does-
staying kneeled down by the dwarf.
Okay. Velothar is going to cast Sending.
Do you think they think that we killed the dwarf?
They didn't stick around to investigate.
He's going to attempt to communicate with Azbarah Jos. And he's going to a short message of 25 words or less. Velothar's just going to say, like, we didn't do it. That wasn't us. You know, stand down. Corwin is going to listen to Lady Zan. And he just, on Dewdrop, he kind of does that, you know, thing where you, like, circle around in front of the cavalry and, you know, kind of hold your position.
What a dick move it would be to dispel sending.
Yeah.
I'm not even listening.
Azbarah Jos now looks to the Rainmaster and with his staff once more does an area of effect at a very high level. You can tell because it ripples with weavish magic. And you've probably seen this spell before. Suddenly, as the caravan takes off, it takes off at twice the pace of a dash. And they are fucking, like, gone. Just like that, initiative comes to an end, leaving behind.
Alright, well, let's loot the body.
Oh yeah, there's the one dead body.
I was going to suggest we try to find the drow mage from the northern caravan.
Also, what's the range on Hunter's Mark?
I think it's unlimited for 24 hours.
That's handy. So, you guys approach the dead guard. You see Jamna standing over him, with the same little coinish thing in her hand.
Sorry. 1 hour at first level. If you cast it higher, you can get 24.
What level spell slots do you have right now, bro?
I'm not actually sure. I don't really remember.
Yes, that's right. You know what? I'm going to take a quick second and just show you. You actually need to learn. You get to choose a bunch of new spells.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure at some point
Yes,
when
so
we have a
I'm gonna
good chance to.
I'm going to send you a link, and you can just check it out throughout the session. You don't have to actually do them all. But if you find anything you like, go ahead, feel free to add. I'll post it in the actual chat here. That's a link to the spells that are available for you between first and second level. So you could cast a second level Hunter's Mark, but I don't know if that's the upcast. I think it's third level. Yep. So this will only last for an hour.
All right, so I can learn anything with a that's up to level 2.
Yes, and you get two. You
level.
get 2 more or 3 more spells. Hold on.
I gotta remember how to filter.
You should know.
So I go stuff with Ranger, and then I go stuff second level.
Yeah, so you should have 5. You should have 5 spells. And right now you only have. Oh no! I was wrong. You get to learn those 2 new spells I have down there for you. So learn 2 more spells, and you're good. And I'll get off of your sheet. There we go. Also, you should have access to Rack's sheet. If not, I can fix that. Let me change this battle music here. As you are no longer in battle. Let's put
I think I do.
The ominous back on. Here we go. So, you guys are standing over the dead body, and Jamna, the gnome who served the bowls of gruel, is standing over the body with a smirk. Well, that didn't go the way I expected.
It barely does.
Get over it, bitch.
Whoa. Sensing a
Holy
lot of
shit.
hostility over here.
Was that Lady Zan's actual words?
Probably.
Excuse me? The gnome approaches your kneecap and looks up.
Gnomes are gross.
Gnomes are creepy.
Sorry.
I did you all a favor.
Can't control myself.
What, did you kill him?
Of course I did. He used this. As a matter of fact,
You seem awfully proud of it.
I saved your life. And she shows you in her hand that very same token she pulled out of your bowl of gruel. She then reveals it to be a very tightly wound bone, a sharpened bone. She goes into great detail about how she soaks the bone until it becomes rubbery, and then wraps it and binds it so that it stays in that formation and then dries. And you slip it into someone's food, and when it hits their stomach, it begins to reopen.
Gross.
I'm pretty sure I could digest it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, let's have Land eat it on a dare.
Vague.
You digest the bowl.
So how are you? How's that resonating with you guys?
Well, I'm still a little confused about the whole thing, but I may as well bring up, while we still have time with my spell, that I did get Hunter's Mark on them, if we want to track them.
All right.
Well, they were moving away a lot faster than we were. I don't know if we'll be able to catch up to them.
Dr. Nada?
Someone's responsible for the death of this dwarf, and they need to be served justice.
That Jamna just literally owned up to it.
She was pretty proud.
Oh. And she's near us?
Yeah, she's standing over the the dead dwarf.
Alright, it was the dwarf centaur? Or, like, dragon cult?
You go ahead and investigate his body. As you're looting. Oh. You find... Waiting on roll.
Did she explain why she killed him?
Not yet, but she did.
She said she saved our life.
She said she saved your life. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So you start searching his corpse, and he is wearing just regular leathers, and he doesn't have any tattoos, but you do reach into his pack that was still on him, and you pull out a very familiar item. It is one of those battle daggers, and on the end of the hilt is a dragon head.
Well, looks like dragon cultist to me. And if it's a dragon cultist, I think we can let the crime slide and at least pull this gate. I don't have much jurisdiction anywhere else.
Suddenly, you hear, "No!" as Valithar, his face red, walks up to Jamna and punches her right across the jaw.
Ooh.
Well, that's not what I expected.
Yeah!
And let's see, let's get a...
Is there something you want to talk to about?
Punches her across the face, and misses. She then dodges back, pulls out her dagger, and takes a few stabs at Velothar and says, "You ungrateful!"
Alright, I'm gonna try to interrupt this and get between them.
Velothar's gonna throw one more punch. Yeah.
And try to block it. Oh,
Doesn't connect. Yeah, punches the
Like-
broadside of your sword. Ah!
people, there's been enough murders!
They're getting away, and it's her fault. We were so close. That was the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. We have to go now.
Oh shit.
All right. I guess I can do a was it
Corwin.
survival or
Nature? I think it's...
it says in my. I'll just spell it really quick.
Corwin. Oh, sorry. Yes.
I was gonna say I can do perception or survival to track them.
Survival. Survival. Go ahead and roll your survival. As Corwin says,
It says in the spell, and you have advantage on any wisdom perception or wisdom survival check you have to
yes.
find
So
it.
this is with advantage. So go ahead.
All right.
Roll it and take the higher number.
All right. So I do survival. Then.
Yeah.
Alright.
So.
We track them, find where they're going, but we're in no position to take
All
them
right.
down.
So that's a 22. So as the drama unfolds, Velothar says, "Leave her behind." He's fucking pissed at this lady. You guys will have to listen to him though. Corwin takes off on Dewdrop ahead of you guys at a full dash, galloping away with Ract on the back of his horse.
Well, they'll catch up, but I'm not.
Corwin shouts, "To the river gate!" and continues on as you guys with the caravan start making your way. You technically...
Make the caravan dash.
You could technically leave the caravan, but you're technically their guards. The caravan people are shell-shocked at everything that just transpired. Everything was totally fine and normal, and then
Oh yeah, the people we've been traveling with for
Yeah.
these months.
oh yeah, and
were all
that green lady's still green, by the way. I forgot her name. Hold on, I think I have it here.
Lady Zan, isn't she usually green?
No, here, Tyranny of Dragons, completed episodes, on the road, fellow travelers, Green Imsa, a female human traveler. Oh, there they are. This lady. She's a human, but her skin's green, and she's trying to go to Waterdeep to figure out why her skin randomly turned green.
Ha.
Oh, her. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this guy has successfully kept you all drunk the whole time.
What a
MVP.
homie.
Yeah, what a handsome bartender.
Oh, you want to talk about handsome? You guys have this other gnome merchant who
Yeah.
tells the
I don't know.
tallest tales.
Not handsome at all.
You
He looks like a bionicle that got flesh.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh, poor guy.
Oh, that's
So-
hilarious.
What do you guys want to do about the caravan? Because they can travel at fast pace, but that's gonna get you there in half a day.
Well, Dr. Nod is going to push everyone away from the dwarf's body and scowl and scoff at this little gnome. I forgot her name.
Jamna.
And he's going to pick the dwarf's body up and look at it and say, "You think death is a reasonable excuse?"
Oh, and Lance is gonna nudge Land, point at the body. Did you
And
forget
I'm-
something?
Oh, I'm spacey today. I didn't get much sleep last night.
And Dr. Nada.
I'm holding his body now. I'm trying to bring him over to the Drow Mage.
Oh, I'm
the
tempted to take
caravan.
these.
Oh, they're gone. That Drow Mage is with the other caravan. He's out of here.
Oh, he left already?
Yeah, basically what happened, that whole caravan, that triangle of NPCs you guys just saw, Azbarah Jos, with his crazy staff, casted a spell that made them all go super fast. What you would all
Oh,
recognize.
that was our caravan that left. I thought those were just a bunch of guards.
That was the northern part of the caravan that you guys have been following this whole time.
Half the caravan.
Half the caravan. So you guys still have your half. with you. I just don't have the tokens on the screen, but I can pull them out if you want. Let's see.
No,
I'll
it's
just draw
okay.
them.
You got this lady. You got this guy.
This is being sketchy as hell.
You got this.
So
guy.
does that
I'm gonna
that's
let
survival
land.
check? Oh, sorry. Go on.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to
it's okay.
interrupt
I'm gonna get to the survival check once everything here
All right.
is.
Yeah, I'll just wait then.
you. I'll let land take the teeth from him and then give him a proper burial.
Oh, if you. I don't know if you have time to bury him unless you guys aren't chasing.
That's
Proper burial, as in throw him down and then
You can throw him
put
into
this
the
little
river.
tiny bit of dirt down. Well, there
Chop
you go.
him. Push down a tree on him.
Burial at river.
It's more than he probably deserves anyway. But it does show some
Oh,
humanity in
wait, did we find anything on the body? That's
just the
other
battle
than that
dagger and no
money.
no money. Must have been with the rest of the caravan.
Oh well.
So yeah, unless, oh yeah, so we were deciding if you guys are leaving the caravan behind to chase them or not.
We're rid of those buffoons. Why would we chase after them?
Because they're the cultists, presumably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pretty conclusively from this dagger.
Pretty conclusively. This is the most evidence you guys have had so far, at the very least.
But we can't just abandon this caravan to whatever God knows what on the.
You
Let's
guys,
get them to Waterdeep, then deal with this.
I agree.
all right. As you do. So, you guys are on a new map screen with new music. You approach the river gate. Actually, the first river gate, which is outside of the river gate that leads to the trade ward of Waterdeep. It is midday, 29 Marpanoth. It says 30 on
Same
this
day?
one. Yes, you guys are going at a fast pace, but you've not caught up, no sight of them whatsoever. It is then when you approach the river gate, you see on horseback Rat and Corwin are waiting next to a couple of magisters. As you approach the gate, the first gate, the caravans are beginning to get inspected by the guards as an elven or half-elf man approaches the caravan, crosses his arms, and holds out his hand and says, "Charter?"
Right. Charter. Right. Lance is gonna like search himself for papers.
You actually are the one who has the papers. You have
Here it is.
you have the paperwork from Older.
And I hand it over.
Yes, I see. Oh, that's accounted for. Very much. Yes, and he's like counting the heads of everyone in the party, and then he hold on.
Half our caravan turned out to be dragon cultists. We have urgent news.
He looks up. Oh. And that's when Corwin and Ract intervene and said, Corwin says, yes, we've been waiting here for about an hour now. When you're ready, we have an audience in the Castle Ward with Remelia Haventree of the Harpers.
Good.
The Council of Waterdeep has summoned us.
Well then,
You are greeted through the gate as the Magister reluctantly, yes, on your way, lets you pass through the gate. So you pass through the first river gate, and
Reluctantly? What the fuck is this?
magisters don't just love Waterdeep.
and you enter into the actual city of Waterdeep now. And it is exactly as described as you enter River Street. And if you zoom in on this map, it gets pretty zoom-inable. Like, you can read those fucking names. To be completely fair and honest with you guys, I've tried studying Waterdeep the past week now, and my fucking god, there's a lot of stuff. So, a little off the cuff here. That's why I posted the Enchiridion for you guys and that little thing of the laws here, just as we can reference as we go. But on the map, you'll notice a couple things. There's like some stars. One says the Honorable Knight. The other says the Hawkman, the Great Drunkard, and the God Catcher. As you enter the City of Splendors, you can see towering over the other cities, even taller than the castles, these giant guardians made of stone. Frozen in place, all looking to be like just sculptures, but wide known to actually be defense mechanisms of the city and large, gargantuan constructs. So the castle ward is actually just a straight shot from here. Not the castle ward, the actual castle is just a straight shot down River Street for you guys. As
which gate are we approaching? South gate?
You came in at the River Gate.
Oh, River Gate.
So, as you do enter the River Gate, and those of you who've been to Waterdeep, it's... I'm sorry, I did say it was 29 Marpanath. How did that work here? You know what? Fuck it, that doesn't matter. It's midday, or actually it's approaching evening now on 29 Marpanath. You guys have entered River Street, and as you do, another cut screen happens as flying through the air, you actually see various flying tressums, as you have seen Calmerix's familiar is a black tressum as well. These ones, some of them have little hats, some of them have little scarves, others carry little satchels on their side, and they appear to be just flying over the skyways. The streets are full of little buggies and almost like buses of like public transportation. And one thing immediately noticeable is almost everyone walking the street is wearing pretty nice clothing, but no one's really armed as you enter the gate itself. You guys are pretty much the most armed people as far as you can see. It is then you hear as a little transdimensional space opens up in front of you and flies out right in front of Lance with a little note, a scroll in his mouth, lands on the ground and nudges Lance with its nose.
Lance,
and you know what this is.
Leans down, picks up the scroll like this is just normal everyday business.
You look at the scroll and there is a seal, a wax seal of the mark of the Flaming Fist.
Frowns for a moment and opens it and reads it.
Within it, a letter signed from Older Ravenclaw. I can't remember his name now. I think it's Ravenclaw. Ravengard. God damn it. Yeah, Older Ravengard. And what's your current title now? It's not Flame Lance. It's
did I get promoted?
Yeah, it's the next step up.
Fist. I gotta look it up.
We'll just call you Colonel for now.
Oh, here it is. It's Blaze. There we go.
Blaze Lance. It is with a heavy heart I request your presence and pull you off of your previous assignment. Desperate need is in chult from the Order of the Gauntlet. Dark times are ahead as we have discovered a great darkness that looms and plagues the planet, the entirety of Toril, and the Fate. I can think of no one better to lead the head charge other than you. Please take this, and return to Baldur's Gate right away. We have arranged for Protanther's Golden Serpent and the shipmaster Zindar to bring you and 30 of our best men to Chult immediately. Camp Vengeance has fallen, and the undead have risen. And worse yet, the Soulmonger has been identified in the heart of Chult. A machine created of pure darkness, eating and digesting souls. Your country needs you. Signed, Older Raven Guard. Within that, you see at the bottom, I'm sorry, it was 2 scrolls. On the second scroll, there's a bunch of arcane markings. It actually seems like dummied down almost, and it just like has a spot for you to place your hand. Everyone is kind of looking around you.
I'm afraid this might be where we part ways. Just gonna put away the scroll.
What?
Part ways? Why?
I am needed urgently in the south. I believe it is
You need it here.
very much. There are bigger
Can't go
things
there.
going on. I'm sorry.
Well,
Bigger things than a gnome getting murdered?
I'll kill brosho.
What's on that scroll?
Gnomes get murdered every day. I mean,
Nope, we got a pact with the dragon and stuff.
I received new orders from Baldur's Gate. I must use this scroll to teleport and head south.
Everybody touch him. We'll all go with him. That's how it works.
No, it could overload and we could be sent God knows where.
That's true. And actually, I've
Alright.
read some horror stories.
What do I
How
gotta
sh-
do to latch on to his leg?
How sure are you that that's where the portal will bring you, and how sure are you that this person that supposedly had contacted you is the same person?
Well, I know
What do
his
you know his name?
signature, and this is definitely his seal. Looks authentic to me, and carrier tressums have never let me down before.
Carrier Tressums are awesome.
I've had to trust him as he goes on his way.
So now would be a chance if anyone has anything to say to Lance.
I want to do a persuasion check.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough for me to go back on the flaming fist.
I understand. In a way, I almost knew this would happen.
I'll talk to the Harpers, but then I have to go.
Very well. So,
Have a safe journey.
Land, intimidate him into staying.
are you saying you're gonna come to the Council of Waterdeep with them?
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
we were summoned, and I want to tell them what happened, and then I have to go.
All right, sounds good. So, you guys are in Waterdeep. Brosho, you lost your hunter's mark, and yeah, so you have the entire City of Splendors. So,
Just out of curiosity, with the hunter's mark, was there anything that worthwhile I gathered from that might be useful in the future?
oh yeah, that's right.
about where they were heading.
I forgot to resolve that for you. I'm sorry. For the hour you had it, you could tell that they were headed northwest, which is the very direction you headed. And with your excellent survival check, with advantage, on your way, you were able to identify the tracks because they were hasted. It was a much heavier burden on the dirt roads that line the way, and you could actually follow the way they took all the way to the river gate.
So they're in the city.
All right.
Presumably.
Oh,
So,
we should ask the Magister.
you guys have an hour before you are going to the castle. So, if you want to buy anything or check anything out, sightsee, now would be your time.
Maybe if another gnome dies, they'll react again.
Oh, yes, as soon as you guys enter the gate, who's got the highest passive perception?
Probably me.
Yeah. You notice Jamna Gleamsilver attempt to run away.
The fuck? I'm not even sure who this guy is.
Oh yeah, so you definitely see her trying to sneak away from you guys from the part of the caravan.
Stop her.
Yeah, I guess I'll point that out to everyone.
You know how Valethar feels.
Ooh.
So that the gnome is trying to disappear?
Yeah, just trying to disappear within the crowded streets.
I am going to attempt to stop her.
Let the dirty gnome go.
What are you gonna do to stop her?
Fire him up. No. no.
Pick her up like a child.
Oh, that's gonna go over.
Hate crime.
No, I'll just let her go, actually.
All right. Unless anyone else goes out of your way to stop her, she disappears in the sea of people.
Actually, I'll do a hunter's mark on her just in case.
All right. So,
You never know when this could be useful.
for the next hour, you have Hunter's Mark on Jamna. So, what would you guys like to do in that time? You're in the trade ward, so that's nice because you're basically already in a marketplace. However, if you go further into the city, there is a market where you can actually bargain for your prices, and that's where like the pop-up shops go and the cool food trucks.
I'd like to ask the magister at the gate who came in here before us, or like today.
That information is classified unless you have the proper permissions. Have a nice day.
I slide him a gold piece and ask again.
I would recommend you think very, very carefully about what you're doing to me, Blaze.
Fine. I mean, you're always so uncorruptible.
Yes. We're the
I'll walk
epitome
away.
of morality.
I don't like that guy.
Yeah, nice.
I'm gonna slam down 10 gold pieces and grab his with my pile and be like, he's not doing anything, it's me.
I'm gonna walk away.
I need persuasion.
Ooh,
Wow.
Got that charisma.
persuasive
He
master there.
Jinx.
he looks at you and he takes the gold. And he goes, "This is the cost of me not turning you in. Carry on."
Thank you.
Walk away.
Understand.
Just gonna take it.
Understandable.
All right.
Have a great day.
Thanks for the tip.
So yeah, mark off 10 gold.
I did.
Perfect. So you guys enter the trade ward. Ironically, there is the actual high road that crosses through the actual city, and it is the high road. So it's like I-94. No, I'm sorry, I-35.
Oh Jesus!
Just
Let's get ran over.
when you enter the streets that run north to south, it is, if you've never been to Waterdeep, this is bizarre because like there are magical buggies, like none, hardly anything is drawn by an animal. Everything is self-propelled. I don't want to say high tech, but high fantasy. A lot of magic. And actually, one thing I failed to really present is, has anyone seen Black Panther?
Yes.
The movie. You know how Wakanda has Wakanda. I'm sorry, I was just playing Tomb of Annihilation. There's a dude named Wakanda. Fuck me. Sorry, YouTube. So, you know how they have that big dome that overtakes the whole city like a force field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waterdeep has something very similar. You see, the Black Staff Tower, which I don't remember where it actually is, so I'm just gonna pretend it's in the center of the city. But it's literally a black tower that stands tallest over everything in the city. And there's a spire of cyan blue green energy shooting up into the sky, and then it arcs into this round shielded area that encases the entire city. This is known as the Dragon Ward. You watch as over the horizon, a great white dragon comes flying towards the city, lets out a great breath attack, and it just frosts over like a windshield and slams into the ward like a bird to a very clean window. Slides down into the water.
And I'm gonna like point it out. That's why they call it the dragon.
And then it flies away in shame. So, yes, purchasing time. Does anyone want to buy anything? Do you guys need any? I know that Corwin is buying rations.
All right. Well, I'd like to deposit the party gold back to the party since I will be leaving.
Yes, so someone else is going to be the treasurer, not me. And
And Lance like pulls up a bag of 1,800 gold pieces and 80 platinum pieces.
Holy fuck, rich.
I probably want to buy some rations.
Who has the strength to carry this?
Not really.
I pull out my bag of holding.
Here you go.
So, Courtney wants to buy rations. I don't actually remember how much rations cost. I'm looking it up now.
5 silver pieces?
Something
Anyway,
like that.
it's about 44 pounds of gold and platinum.
Jesus. You guys can actually visit a bank and get that all turned into gold dragons if you want, or platinum pieces. Oh, wait, no, that's right. I was wrong about gold dragons. I told you guys some wrong information, and I just now remembered my wrongness. Gold dragons is literally just the name of gold coins here. It's not a more expensive coin. It's just what they call gold coins in Waterdeep. Gold dragons, for whatever reason.
It sounds cool.
There is a little bit of drama everyone knows about. If you guys were in Baldur's Gate, which you were, like, within the past 2 months, word was Lord Neverember was ousted as the Lord of Waterdeep and has since left the Council of Waterdeep and focused on the rebuilding of Neverwinter. The reason he was ousted was because a group of Harper spies identified that he had, well, presumably, proof is rough, but enough to oust him from a position of power in Waterdeep, of stealing 500,000 gold dragons and hiding it somewhere within the city. However, he wiped his own memory of it, so when they're putting him on trial, he's unable to provide any actual information about it. So he himself doesn't even realize. He's also investigating himself.
Thanks, old newsman. And I tipped the beggar who's telling me this story a gold piece.
There's a crier. Hear ye, hear ye! Lord Neverember ousted from the Council of Waterdeep for embezzlement of 500,000 gold dragons! Tell everyone! He's kind of an asshole! Alright, so you got your rations. There are magic shops here. Enchanters, transmuters. You would have to go to the market for that, though.
Seriously though, who's taking the gold pieces? Someone's got to. Who's got 40 pounds of carrying weight to spare?
I can take it.
Right.
I can easily.
I wouldn't recommend putting it in the bag of holding, because if your bag of holding's destroyed, you kind of lose it.
You can visit one of the banks and get those all turned into platinum pieces, too. So how many platinum pieces would that be?
It's going to be 180 platinum pieces.
Right, that'll probably be easier for
plus
you
the 80. So.
Well, if we're dividing it by 6 different people, then it's 300 each, which shouldn't be that
gold pieces.
Wait, that much?
Yes, 300 gold pieces a person.
Okay.
So 30.
Then
Veilthar's rich again. He has 305 gold.
Then for the 80, it's 80 divided by 6.
Is it 6 people or
No, there's 8.
Or is it more?
But however,
8.
Ract is not taking any of the funds, so it's actually 7. So it should be. Well, Lance isn't taking anything. He's giving you guys money, so it's Land, Veilthar, Bro,
So it's
Zan, and Dr. Nada. So it is 6. Yes. Oh no, and Corwin. Corwin gets money.
Okay, so 7.
Ugh, it makes it a hard number to divide by.
Yeah. As a Harper, Veilthar is willing to take the short end of the stick, pay-wise.
Okay, so it's 257 a person.
What was that, Land?
I just said Veilthar always taking the end of the stick there.
Nah, that's
Wrong character.
You're thinking of a different character.
Oh boy!
Oh wait,
Shout
I'm
out,
extra confused.
shout out to a different game. Yeah, it's okay. I'll tell you sometime.
You said 750 what? Or I mean, 250 what? 257. Math.
You hear Corwin complaining about these capitalistic prices, and a few times, and he's mostly talking to Ract.
With 1 gold piece left over.
Nice.
So
Lady Zane gets it
there you go.
for being The most beautiful Eladrin amongst us. Oh, she's not an Eladrin. I keep forgetting. She's an Aasimar elf. Damn, did you roll
for
your
the
health?
platinum pieces?
Yes.
Then 11 platinum pieces a person, and then 3 remainder, which Lance is going to keep.
Okay. Perfect.
Oh, and now the copper pieces.
Did you say it was 257 gold or 357?
257 gold, and then 11 platinum.
All right, and I assume the gold and platinum are the
that's
last
right. I'm sorry,
two in the inventory, the gold-looking thing and the platinum-looking thing.
GP
5
and
silver.
PP.
A ration.
And
1 gold. How many rations does that get me?
How many silver pieces and 1 gold? 10?
so yes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
10.
So I'll get 10 rations.
Also, copper pieces. Yeah, this is a huge burden off his shoulders. So many pounds. 34 copper pieces a person, even.
Did you say there were also did you say 10 silver pieces a person?
30 no silver pieces, 11 platinum pieces, 257 gold pieces, and 38 copper pieces, which is the top one.
All right.
Wait, 34 copper pieces. Sorry.
What? So is the second one silver, and then what's the third one?
That's the Electrum. Don't worry about Electrum.
Yeah. I literally have removed Electrum from the setting because it's so useless. Someone will hate me for that. I'm
It
sorry.
converts poorly, and it's stupid.
Is it
I'm-
like a cash shop where you can pay real money? to
No, Electrum
It's Bitcoin.
is half gold, half silver, and it's like
It's like a fucking nickel.
it's like 5 Electrum is 1 gold.
Oh, hey, I didn't see that story about Zinderberg.
That just sounds annoying.
It is. That's why
Yeah, it is
it's not
kind of
really used anymore.
Yeah.
It's only found in like old dungeons.
I'm gonna do a dungeon where all you find is Electrum.
Well, that'd be fine as long as it's just 1 currency.
Yeah. So, as for purchases, is everyone set on their weaponry, or does everyone have mundane weapons still? Who needs what? Let's see. Well, Velathar's is, but he can cast magic on himself, so no sense in spending money. Lady Zan, how's your equipment? You good on your armor and your weapons?
Yeah,
I know
How's
Corwin's set.
rations.
Land, I know you don't really wear armor. You do unarmed strikes, but you could also bump those up by getting pugilist gloves instead of
Will
hand
that
wraps.
cover up my magic though?
Actually,
You need monk weapons.
Actually, yes. No, wait, no, hold on. Where is it? Where's the thing that says you get stuff? Key empowered strikes. Your unarmed strikes count as magical. Okay, so yeah, you would have to look for +1 pugilist gloves. Basically, it's 1d6 instead of 1d4 punches. But I may have misunderstood monk there and realized unarmed strike is like fundamental to your thing. Oh yeah, that's right. We were doing hand wraps for you.
Well, he's also can use monk weapons, like nunchucks. Or
Well, but does that count with his magical?
yes,
I don't
think.
know because here look,
I don't know. I have to look it up.
it's specific. Your unarmed strikes count as magical.
I guess it'll take like nothing then if I mean, I don't need armor, I don't.
Holy
I don't-
moly, land! I'm not gonna say that out loud. Never mind.
Why?
You have a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Does he have more than me?
I'm not gonna say how much he has. That's up for him to
Look at me.
disclose.
Look at mine. See if he has more than me.
All right, I'll see.
I have
Let's
a lot
see,
of money, too.
ladies.
Well, with
gentlemen.
yeah, he's probably carrying more than his own weight.
Yeah. Oh, I can't tell you if he has more than you, but you also have a good amount. Yeah, Land is like being weighed down by this huge sack that drags behind him.
See,
He's like one of those vultures that eats too much and then it can't fly.
I'm investing in my retirement.
Okay, so you can stop at a bank and get those turned into platinum pieces. So
Oh, let's do that.
10 gold into 1 platinum piece. So you can do the math.
Oh, okay.
10 gold equals 1 platinum, and you can definitely reduce that weight and not be struck down. So, a couple of you go to the bank. You have like 30 minutes to meet up now. It seems like everyone's pretty good on buying stuff.
A kobold weighs about 2,000 gold pieces. More you know.
I was good.
Alright.
I was pretty slow though, trust me. I was like almost there.
Ka-chink! Ka-chink!
Land, have you been stealing? No. I don't know.
Yeah, half my backpack was just gold.
Alright. So, and with that, you guys stop, get some rations, buy some stuff, and go to the bank. Change your gold into platinum pieces so you can have it more readily available. And you head towards Castle Waterdeep. I don't have a handout for it, but it does look like in the picture up here. This is actually a picture. Oh yeah, that's right. This is actually a picture of see this knight here? I guess standing over the city. That is the Honorable Knight.
Sorry, did you say that we did exchange our gold for platinum?
Those of you who went to the bank, yes.
All right, I guess I would do that. How much platinum would 257 gold translate to?
Someone do math, not me.
That's maybe 25 platinum and 7 gold pieces.
Baby.
All right.
I like the crown you put on him. The Honorable
you.
Knight.
Oh, that's for me now, isn't it?
Each tower has a different flag that blows in the wind, and several guards, spear bearers on the backs of griffins fly and patrol the city's skyways. As you approach the tall walls of the castle, you're he has a scepter now. You're met at the gates by yet more magisters. Another, this time, high elf, or what looks like a high elf, stands next to a couple of veteran knights at the gate as you approach. State your business. That's lame.
We were summoned here to meet the Harpers.
Ah, yes, you're with the council? Ract and Valethar flash their insignias. Lady Zan, this is a good opportunity for you to wave that Emerald Enclave.
Yeah, I'll flash mine too.
Anyone else have a faction? I don't think so. Yeah. So.
Flaming Fist.
Oh, my apologies. Lady Zan, welcome back. The High Elf bows to you. My apologies for not noticing you. It has been a long day. And he chop, open the gates. Let Her Holiness through. As Lady Zan walks in front of everyone.
That's fine, I guess.
You're welcomed into the castle walls and brought through the main chambers, brought up several flights of stairs, circling the tallest tower. Once you reach the very tippy top, there's a little tiefling down there. Two large iron doors at the very top of the rounding staircase are left ajar, revealing a well-lit room by produce flames all around. No, is that the spell? Continual flame, thank you. Line the sconces on the wall, floating magically above the sconces, almost ironically. And a round table, like King Arthur's round table, sits at the center, and with two larger high chairs at each end, four ends, and then just regular kind of high life, noble style cushioned gold chairs line the rest of the tables. There are wine glasses. There's a bunch of different like vineries and tapestries along the walls, and it looks very elegant. Cheeses, grapes, different foods line the table, and you see again more veteran knights, probably 4 or 5 of them, and then at the council chamber table there are 3 people. in this whole big room. This big-ass table, 3 people and you guys. In elegant, bright, purplish, blue-hued, scaled armor with elegant pointed ears and tightly knotted hair. With a, actually, what does she have on her now that I'm here? Oh, yes. Carrying a longsword and a similar casting glove that Velithar also has, with the Candlekeep insignia on it. Hello there, and welcome, everyone, to the City of Splendors. We do understand your position, and we are in communications with Older and the Council of Baldur's Gate. So if you'll please take a seat, we can begin. I am Ramelia Haventree, and next to her, sitting in the chair to her left, is another long-eared elven woman with very bright silver hair. She sits back with her arms crossed, dots her eyes a few times, and doesn't really say much anything else. And then to the left of Ramelia, you see, and Lan, this probably stands out to you, a tiny little kobold in chainmail armor bearing the insignia of Bahamut on his shield and on his tabard.
Is it racist, Chask, if Lan knows him?
Yes, but it's okay. Rakt then walks over towards Ramelia, bows and takes her seat along her side. Velithar recognizes Ramelia but has not had any direct contact, but he does a bow and says, Lady Ramelia, it is nice to finally make your acquaintance, and takes a seat at the table. So, I assume you all sit.
Yes.
No, I prefer to stand. No, I'll sit.
So, and now we shall begin. Thank you all for taking the time. I promise this will be short. The Cult of the Dragon has been verified as the culprits for the attacks in the south. We have all conclusive evidence that points towards Rezmir, the Black Worm Speaker of the Cult of the Dragon, to be the head charge of this initial assault. Aurix here and his former traveling companions were hot on Razmir's tail. Sadly, they were shaken. Aurix is the only one left.
Arx looks a little sad.
His mission is that of yours. Seek Rezmir, however. Aurix has brought to our attention the chamberlains of what's it called? Just like the carriage masters. There we go. Have forged their way in once again, as we do believe someone has allowed them passage through our city undetected. It is here, and she pulls out the a book that you saw from the magisters. She points out a few false names. This came through today under very suspicious pretenses, as a caravan very hastily approached the gates, and well, let's just say it got a little ugly at first, but managed to disappear within our city. However, if you notice, and she points out these names on the next page over, they signed out and headed out the north gate. And it is then, brosho, your hunter's mark ends, and you sensed up until the end of that spell, the one you marked was actually headed north.
The gnome?
No, oh yeah, that's right, you did on Jamna, not a cultist.
The cultist ran out once we got to the city, and then I did it on Jamna once we first got to the city.
Well, Jamna went north too, anyways. So,
She left the city?
she went north.
Seems like that, yes.
Seems like it. We can verify that this was the Hoard of the Dragon Queen, Valethar speaks up, stands at the table. We traveled with them from Baldur's Gate through Daggerford without creating too much suspicion, but we have gathered the evidence that suggests that they are the ones, in fact, transporting this hoard. Romelia interjects, yes, and you are to continue tracking them. However, we do understand you have lost contact. So, we want you to go here, and she points out, it's called the Carnath Roadhouse, and she points it out on the map. This is the destination that the forged names were headed towards. We cannot know for certain that it is them, but we can get on the trail again, perhaps, if we don't take too long. I hate to ask you this, but I need you to leave as soon as this is done.
You need us all to leave or just Lance?
All of you. I need you to carry on.
Then Aurix sits up. He's like, all right then, we'll get going, and I shall come with you.
Yes.
But
Aurix, your charge is to bring justice to Rezmir, the Black Worm Speaker. These are the heroes of Greenest and their companions. We do believe, right now, to be the most capable in achieving this. We do believe, with your combined efforts, we may be able to intercept the Hoard before it appears, before it gets to its destination, which we fear the worst. And if that is true, we have a lot bigger problems. We will meet again. And she hands you a sending stone, Aurix.
yeah, I take it.
Use
Aurix
this.
takes it.
Stay in contact with us every step of the way. That way, we may be able to support you in a time of need.
It's like, you have my word.
The forces are run thin. You are our most capable heroes now. I do not ask you to become a harper, but I do ask for discretion. We want to try and keep this from doing as much damage, collateral damage, as possible. However, it is appearing to get out of our hands now. So go. Find them. Bring Rezmir to justice. Bring me her head, or bring me her. I do not care.
Justice will be done.
Oh, where did Lance go?
No, that's just like, all right. I trust you guys to get this job done, but I have other matters to attend to. So, I'm afraid this is where I leave you.
Any other opinions on the matter? Anyone have anything to say to Romelia or Aurix?
Nope.
No.
Excellent. Before everyone leaves, Romelia walks up to Ract and hands her a another pin. This time it's a full harper pin with the entirety of the actual harp on it and the circle encompassing. And she says, with this, I grant you access to the teleportation networks. I need you to send word to Moongleam Tower immediately. And Ract looks at you guys, looks at Romelia, and then just, absolutely, and proceeds to walk over to the corner of the room where you see a little teleportation circle, and whispers a few words and phases out.
Dope. I wish I could do
And with that, Romelia and Elia stand and say, unless you have any other questions, I'd say we best be on our way.
Now, fill in whatever you got on the road, and Aurix jumps down and then walks over. So I've read about you all. But I am Aurix. He extends a hand.
Who are you extending it to? Land?
Yes, of course, land. It's like, so these must be your slaves.
Oh, yes, they are. They pretty much do my bidding, pretty much all that, you know.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Land,
Especially the green one.
in contrast, is slightly larger than Aurix. Aurix is like... How tall are you, Aurix, actually?
Aurix,
I'm pretty sure Land is like...
2'4".
Jesus.
I've never shook in anybody else. I don't shake other people's hands too, but I like
height
this guy so
65 centimeters. Who measures like that?
God damn, this is D&D. What are you doing?
Oh,
That's 25 inches. So Aurix is a little bit taller.
Jesus. Dragon vs. Dragon Ward. That's perfect.
Ah, you love the drawing?
I just saw it. Jesus Christ, you guys. So, everyone can take a moment to introduce themselves. What did you read about us? Veilthar shakes your little hand.
Only what the Harpers know.
Ah.
Which
The Battle of
isn't
Greenest.
a whole lot. But
They-
your
they-
time in Greenest.
They have the reports of the Battle of Greenest and the events that transpired in the Wood of Sharp Teeth in between the Were creature gang and the ancient green dragon Venomclaw, which you guys adulterated that story. So far, no one in the council has any idea you guys are operating under the watchful eye of Venomclaw.
Aurix doesn't know that. Don't tell him.
Aurix has no fucking clue, and I don't think that would go over so well.
I don't even know if I have any clue.
Brosho, no, you since you perished, you had a few episodes of lapse of memory, and everyone else saw you acting very aggressively, Land specifically, and you have no memory of any of that, and so you basically just lost a whole month of your life, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at any point, what I'm unsure of is, was there any point where I was lucid that I've met Venomclaw, or am I even aware of her, like, consciously?
Brosho never fought Venomclaw. Brosho was dead that whole time until he was resurrected, and when he was resurrected, he wasn't himself. And
That was out of the memory.
Then you do remember coming to outside when you guys were approaching Baldur's Gate. You remember being in Baldur's Gate for about a day after you died.
Alright.
And you were kind of fucked up about dying, and then you disappeared again. Land chased after you, and then Land lost you. And then Land found his way back to the caravan.
But of course I don't remember that.
So yes, actually Brosho has no idea about Venomclaw. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know that, and I'm the DM.
Yeah. I can, otherwise I might spill the beans, but I don't even know.
Yeah. So that is up to everyone else's discretion now. So you guys are now being hurried out of the city. This time, are you guys bringing any carts with you, or are you raw dogging it? Oh no! Ignore me, you guys. You're getting dropped off. As you approach the north gate, you exit, and the thought crosses your mind, wait, are we fucking walking there? Because you see it on the map. And that's when you hear in the distance, make way! Make way at the north gate! As out of the sky comes, how many of you are there?
7?
1, 2,
Or no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6,
Lance
7.
disappears.
Oh yeah,
and,
let's
uses teleportation spell.
before this happens, let's resolve the Lance thing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip that.
All right. Is there anything you want to say to Lance?
I'm gonna
Wait, what?
pat his
Lance
shoulder.
is leaving.
Yep, Lance is just waiting to say his goodbyes now.
Have a safe journey, Lance. It was good to meet you, and good to fight along your side.
It was an honor serving with you.
Okay.
I-
Not really used to doing goodbyes for people that I don't want to leave.
I know we'll see each other again someday.
Veilithar.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
Oh, all right. So I don't say. I walk up to you. I don't say anything. I give you a handful. Okay. Well, first off, I give you Borg's tooth, and Brosho's tooth,
Oh,
and Oscar's tooth.
you Borg's
So-
too.
Oh,
Then I give you a handful of owl bear feathers. Okay. Okay. And I still haven't said anything. And then I give you one of my rations. But I wouldn't
Aw.
eat anyway because that's gross. But
and Lance just smiles and nods understandingly and puts it all away. Like, this all made sense.
it didn't. Oh, the stuff I gave you did. I didn't say that. Fine, whatever. we were at understanding. You knew.
Anyone else want to say anything to Lance? Corwin salutes you and says, not sarcastically, but in a bright tone, like, thanks for your service. Couldn't have done it without you. And he
That
says
sounded
that.
sarcastic.
He says that seriously, though, the last part. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. And Veilithar approaches. Tears in his eyes. Very sensitive. There... We started as... we started delivering wine to Greenest. It was simple as that.
This was supposed to be my retirement.
Yep. I have a twin brother, and I love him very much. I never thought I would find a brother in a stranger. And he grabs your hand and pulls you as close as he can. Brother, stay alive and come back to us. Hero and friend.
Don't you worry about me. No, you will just worry about yourselves.
Starts kind of blubbering now. We will. He starts to step away.
Okay. Just getting tears in my armor. Stop.
It is now when the Griffons start to land around the ground, and you see there's room. They all have riders on them, like people actually driving them. They're all in ironclad, Waterhaven, fancy-ass knight armor, look cool as fuck, and they all have the veteran stat block. These guys are badasses. And then, Lance, you pull out your scroll, look at the party one last time, place your hand. You watch as he disappears in that transdimensional space. Lance, you reappear in the city of Baldur's Gate in the office of Older Ravengard. He looks up at you, smiles, and says, "About time." End scene. So, there are 6 Griffons. Aurix and Land are kind of shooed to one Griffin, as everyone else gets to ride on the back.
That's fine.
You both kind of make up the space of one. So everyone else gets their own private Griffin with a rider.
Wait.
Oh my
can I
gosh,
roll
this is-
private Griffin and then
No.
Aurix-
This is our-
So Land and Aurix and a veteran are on one Griffin, and then everyone else and a veteran are on another
No.
Griffin.
Can we get the? I don't want the vet. I want to be the one who pilots the Griffin.
The veteran absolutely will not allow it. You try to reach for the reins, he's like, "No, stop it. Just stop. Stop it."
You are not trained in that. Do not do that.
He looks to the group, he says, "Who's in charge here?" And
Me.
Veilithar goes to say Lance and like kind of cries.
I was just recently promoted.
I want to make friends with the Griffin.
Oh,
You pet the Griffin. Go ahead and give me some animal handling.
it did.
I did.
Brosho, you're making us look bad.
It didn't hate it. You pet it. It's like
So,
making weird Griffin noises.
And he just starts petting them.
So
Land, have you accepted the word of Bahamut?
Yes.
Oh, really?
No. Thank God, right? I'm not very religious.
Well, let me tell you some stories.
flap.
The entire
Flap.
trip is stories about old dragons and
Brosho gets a little bit down as he remembers how Lance used to tell them better stories.
Yep, they were definitely better.
And that's when Oh, you know what? Before I move you guys maps, I need to do some things here.
Hey. Lou?
As you guys soar over the skies, you watch as the greenery begins to be overtaken by snow, and the air becomes more frigid as you guys. Here, I'll put it on the travel map so you can see where we're going. As we pass the Sword Mountains and the Crypt Garden Forest, we fly overhead, hundreds and hundreds of feet in the air, all in unison, never breaking form. All of the Griffin guards fly together, very well trained. We make it from here all the way to this bad boy. As you pass over the Sword Mountains, a sudden shift in climate, as it now begins. The snow on the north end of the mountain is melting down the mountain sides into what becomes a swamp, a massive swamp, overtaking as far as you can see. And you hear, "There it is, boys! The May of Dead Men!" And he points out, "You always wonder why it looks like a curved dick on the road on the map. It's because we can't keep the roads. The mere keeps overtaking it." He's talking about this here. The roads between Neverwinter and Waterdeep are actually in constant disrepair. And before Lord Neverember was ousted, he was making a new path between Neverwinter and Waterdeep as the Mount Hotnow, yes, it's actually called that, in the Neverwinter Wood had erupted and destroyed most of Neverwinter like 50 years ago. Neverwinter has since come around and finally finished rebuilding, and all the roads in between Neverwinter and the Sword Mountains, actually half of them have been overtaken by this swamp that has accelerated at an unnatural rate. Hotnow, yes, it's literally called Mount Hotnow, and is said to be the reason why it is Neverwinter in Neverwinter. As the climate, as you descend down the mountainsides, you are then slowly descending to the grounds, as just a half mile, and you can see as you're descending the roadhouse just ahead. They drop you at a clearing of trees, the last trees you can see as far as your eyes go, as far as your eyes can see. All right, and you guys got your sending stones?
Aurix holds one up. Yes.
Perfect. Report in immediately. Flap, 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 flap. They fucking fly back. You
Aurix,
guys
reports in.
are all left just outside of this mere of dead men.
Aurix uses the sending stone to report.
You hear the familiar voice of Remelia. Have you arrived?
Yes.
Very well. Attempt to spy. Don't go in too hot.
Pursue justice. You got it. Hangs up.
So, let's go ahead and discuss how you guys want to approach the Roadhouse. It'll only take you an hour to get there. Hardly even that, just under an hour. What is the highest perception at Bros is what, 15 or 16?
Passive, I have 15.
Ooh, we have another perceptive one. All right, so, bro, survival check. Lady Zan, nature. Let's get history from Mr. Nada.
Where do I check my perception level again?
Your perception is going to be on your passive perception is at the bottom left corner of your screen.
Below the skills.
Below skills, or it's
above tool proficiency.
yes,
Oh, I see. I have an 18 passive perception.
yes, but you're a nature
Yes.
cleric. All right, so
You want me to do history or survival?
history, survival is from brosho.
My survival isn't so
Should I
good.
do
I have a
perception
plus
or?
7 in
What's your survival?
And you can go
Yeah,
ahead and roll
mine's
perception
6.
as well, Blake. All right, so you get 15 because you can't roll
Oh,
lower.
my survival is 5.
Jesus. All right, so not much is known amongst you guys about the Mere of Dead Men. Just what you heard the veterans talking about, really. And Aurix. Oh, I'm sorry, no, before Aurix. Brosho, you have lost the trail of the carts that you had been keeping up before Waterdeep. You were looking for identical markings or anything, but it doesn't seem like they were hasted at coming through here. So, with the perception check, however, although you don't pick up hasted tracks, you do see parked just outside the roadhouse are familiar looking carts.
Guys, familiar looking cards.
You are now just over the ridge, overlooking the roadhouse. If you proceed any further, you may or may not be seen.
It's been a while since we've done Land's invisibility.
Yeah, I was just gonna suggest that.
Oh, that's right.
Shall we sneak up on these cultists?
And
Fucking
I
do
don't
it.
know if you guys remember, but one of you should have a sending stone that goes to Alder. Or was that with Lance? That was with Lance. Never mind.
Gone.
Gone. He probably needs it anyway, so.
Yeah, I'll use one. I'll take away a key point, so.
Okay, so Land goes invisible. Can anyone else help? Is anyone else stealthy? You guys lost your rogue.
I am stealthy.
I
Are you wearing heavy armor?
I'm not wearing heavy armor.
Okay.
I'm
I have-
too weak to wear heavy armor.
I have 3 stealth. I don't know if that helps.
All right.
You could put a helmet on
My
that.
stealth is plus
On
4.
him and
So it
the
looks
body
like
cover him.
Shane and Lady Zan are the next stealthiest ones of us. What about you, Nada?
0.
Okay, yeah. So Veilithar, Nada, probably not the stealthiest. So Lady Zan and Bro, do you guys want to accompany Land, keeping a safe distance from him?
Yeah.
Uh,
Sure.
And then Bro, what do you want to do with Rax? Is he gonna stay back with the rest of the group?
Oh, piss.
Yeah.
I did not
Can't
do that.
Land make everyone stealthy?
Land can. It will cost him another key point. He'll have to.
Wait,
I thought that's what he was spending the key point on.
yeah.
Oh, you're doing pass without trace?
Yeah, just all over.
Oh, I thought you were casting invisibility. Okay, so everyone
I
add
don't
10
think
to
I
that.
have invisibility, actually.
So that's 15 for Lady Zan, 24 for Brosho, and 17 for Ark. So you guys are stealthy as fuck. So I
Oh, do we all still roll stealth?
if you're following them. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we're staying on the ridge. Veilithar, here I'm gonna move you guys to the actual battle map now.
Well, if we have pass without trace, you guys might as well come on.
Oh god, I'm gonna drop you in a map that's not actually the right map. I'm so sorry for making you load this again, but it's spaced out really far. Here we go.
And we're good.
Sorry for freezing your computers. Now you may. I don't remember if the dynamic lighting's on right now.
It's on.
All right, good.
Looks good to me.
Looks good. Okay, I was scared. So
Does not stop movement though.
That's okay. I don't care about that. So everyone who is approaching, stay by the carts. Everyone who isn't, move to the left of the map. So that's
Okay.
Corwin and Veilithar. Dr. Nod, are you going with them?
Why am I
Yeah,
all
underpass without a trace. If that's going
Oh.
on.
All right, so that's
There's
22.
Nada, do you have dark vision?
I'm only seeing myself.
Oh, you might not have dark vision.
Oh, he.
Uh,
So Brosho should have dark vision. So let me fix that.
I do too.
Are you able?
I'm an ass.
Can you?
I'm an awesome.
Does your token have sight right now?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, there's everyone. So you said move to the left. Or the right?
If you're
Oh
not,
wait, yeah, I do.
if you're not sneaking, move to the left of the screen where Veilithar
Alright.
is. But now that we're using pass without trace, I guess everyone may as well just roll stealth.
Yeah,
Um,
that's exactly what I was saying.
so everyone's gonna go with, unless someone else has something to say about that. 'Cause I don't want to make these decisions for you.
What are Corwin and Rack doing? Or did Rack leave?
This is what I'm asking, because like Veilithar is like deciding whether or not he's going to follow you guys. So I'm kind of leaving that in your hands. What the NPCs, Valethar and Corwin today are NPCs, so you can order them around like video game lackeys.
I maybe say have them stay with the cart.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, that's
a
fine
good
with me.
idea.
All right, so they're gonna stay out here. Before you guys leave them, then they're gonna say what's the safe word?
Baboon.
Ah, they're killing us all. Ah.
Baboon.
It's baboon.
All right. Valethar also reveals he has the sending spell now, so he can also communicate with you guys if they see anything outside.
Nod.
Let us know.
I wonder if he can use the sending stone to talk to someone who
Aurix
knows.
is like, I also have sending, so I'll let you know.
What?
Aurix knows sending.
No way.
Yep.
Dope. So you and Valethar really quick. Yeah, you do. Wow. You and Valethar quickly like exchange your sending like networks.
Contact information.
Yeah. It's like
Here's my AOL.
it's like if the internet was magic. It's like the Weavernet. I don't know. The Mistralnet.
Wow.
Mistralnet.
Mr.
We'll come up with a better. And then there's the Shar Web, the dark web. Yes. Oh, it's perfect. Okay, so you guys approach the gatehouse. I mean, you guys approach the roadhouse. At the very front, there are 2 wooden doors.
Crunch.
It is the
Crunch.
dead of night.
So.
And oh yeah, so they're staying behind. You guys are sneaking in. I will now. Well, for one, are you guys good to go till 11, or do you want to end at 10?
I'm good to go to 11.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking maybe around 10, unless like it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I might do 10 just because there's a couple things I wanted to hang up tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with 10.
All right. There's a chance this may end mid-initiative if things go south, but there's a chance no initiative. We'll see. Let's just carry on. Let's not waste any more time. What are you guys doing? You have not been detected. You're all successfully hidden from.
What can we see inside the gate?
You see a closed door.
Oh. I am going to cast Death Ward on land, and then who else is gonna be doing fighting?
Bro.
Let's see, bro. All right.
Ooh. Maybe this is a chance to use snare. I've never used that because.
Wait a
every
minute.
time
Oh yeah,
I
bro.
don't know what to-
You'll also notice on your character sheet, I added some things for you. You got some cool shit from you don't even know where, but you'll see you have this thing
Okay,
called
cool.
You have this thing called Venom's Kiss. Which what the fuck happened here? I'm sorry, that got fucked up. Your long sword is now a long green blade,
All right.
and then your longbow has this bowstring on it that when you touch it heats up. So whenever
Didn't I? Sorry, I was just gonna say, didn't I also have a new bow and arrow a while back after I got resurrected?
Oh wait, yeah, this is that. This is
Alright, yeah.
This is the bow.
All right.
So where did I put the actual item in here?
So the blazing bowstring is itself an actual bow.
It's the bowstring on your bow, making it
Alright.
magical.
All right.
I think you have 3 per long rest uses. I'll have to verify that, but for today it's 3.
On the bow.
Yeah, because I lost the handout. I don't know where it is, and I don't want to take the time to find it. So,
Oh, I'm also casting Aid at 3rd level for myself, bro, and land.
all right.
All right.
So land and bro, you gain 10 hit points.
Temporary hit points.
Nope, full hit points,
Oh.
not temporary.
Damn. Remember that though.
cool.
Just change your regular, not your maximum.
But it also changes your maximum, so change your maximum.
Or like write down what you normally have and
Write down what your normal maximum is, but do change your maximum. So if I can heal you back up to that, and that's important.
All right. So like, my current maximum is 87. So for a while now, it's gonna be 97.
Yes, but write 87 down somewhere
All right.
for the next 8 hours,
All right.
Oh, where are my things?
and mark your token so that for Death Ward, like I don't know, yellow or some protective. If you drop to 0, you drop to 1 instead.
And I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself. At 3rd level.
Perfect. So that is 15 temp hit point.
Can you cast that on other people too?
I don't think so.
No, range self.
Oh, yep.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna... Because I've never used it before, I'm just gonna cast Snare down, like, right here.
Snare?
Yeah, just in case we get into some sort of fight and someone runs down that alleyway. Maybe I'll actually use Snare for a change.
Aurix gonna quietly move up to the door. It's like, Land, you got your hit points. I don't see Death Ward marked on you two.
He's on
I don't know how...
Yeah, right.
Click your token, and then at the bottom there's that little circle. Put on like a yellow circle or something.
Wait, at the... Which bottom?
So when you
Oh, wait.
click on your token, you'll see
Oh,
a
I
little
see it.
cog
Okay, got
shows
it,
up and
got
a
it.
little circle. Oh, yeah, there you
Yeah.
I was
Land
looking
do
at
the same. Now, if you get dropped to 0, you get dropped to 1 hit point instead.
Nice.
go. Ooh.
And which one did you say go with? Sorry.
I put
Yeah,
it on
that's
you.
that's good.
I put it on you for you. So,
Land, bro,
Go
you have
yeah.
10 more hit points right now.
Okay. I will.
Gross.
you approach the front gate.
What's your sister, dude?
Damn cats. What do you do? It's a door.
Alright. Aurix is gonna like stack up on the door and wait for everybody else.
Everybody's behind you. That's coming.
Does someone want to go on the roof?
Get in there.
How high up is the roof?
The roadhouse itself is a 40-foot tall 2-story building. It looks like a warehouse.
That's pretty
kind of.
tall.
Is there any like windows that look
Yeah.
open or
Yeah. No, there's several windows on the 2nd floor.
we could try to I mean, I'm a little short, but
So I'm sure one of us could toss. We could probably toss you.
Yeah, you can see on the front.
I don't know if that's a
on
hate
the
crime or
front
not.
and the left side. Not if they're cool with it. On
no,
the front and the left side, you can see our windows in the 2nd floor.
I weigh like
Teleport.
55 pounds with all my gear, so go
I
for
can
it.
teleport like 60 feet up.
Oh, that's right. You can just yeah take
Yeah, I
this
can miss you step.
and then go up there, and then we'll just climb the rope up.
Yeah, I have 50 feet of rope on me.
There you go.
All right.
Yep.
So
All right.
you guys
I'll
go
do
ahead.
that action.
Let's see it. So you just have to cast a spell. So you do.
Where exactly is the window too? Just making sure. Like, would I be? Oops, I went inside. Fuck.
It's okay.
But like, would it be like around there? Is kind of what we're saying, or?
Yes. So I'm gonna move you to a different side of the map now. So if that's where you're choosing, you pull yourself up here.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, I messed with it.
Oh, that's not actually an alleyway. No.
Yeah, it's just 2 sides of the map. It's not an alleyway where you put the snare, but it is like right on the corner where someone could attempt to flank you. So that's actually not a bad spot for a snare. Land, you climb. Where on the side of the building do you want to climb? Left or right? You see windows here, here,
I'll catch you if you fall, but you're
here,
teleporting, so you probably
and
won't.
here.
Whatever. I guess.
Is everyone
The one
climbing
that
up?
looks like. Yeah, the one that looked like
Yeah.
would be easy and.
He's teleporting up, and then
Fine.
he's bringing the rope, and then we're climbing.
Make a perception check or something when you're in there, maybe.
So, Land, you teleport yourself up to the top, and you fasten the rope for them to start to climb up behind you. Go ahead, and yes, actually roll me a perception check to look through the window in front of you.
This never goes well.
It's very foggy and cold and iced over.
Am I cold-blooded? Does that even matter?
Oh yeah, we are. It's freezing.
Yeah, you guys are fucking cold.
Oh, I have a ring of warmth. I'm so
Oh,
warm.
Land's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not. It's
Everyone,
cold.
Aurix, stand really close to Land, and you'll actually warm up.
Just hold hands.
Oh.
Yeah, stay away from me. I have
I'll just cast
icy
Mist.
coldness around me.
Yeah, Dr. Nut
What
is
kind
surrounded by
of
coldness.
what kind of check is it to climb this rope?
It's going to be acrobatics for everyone to climb. Besides land, you teleported. So everyone else roll acrobatics. You
I
made
do
it.
flips all the way up.
Yeah. Aurix, you're up.
Yeah.
Dr. Nada.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Is this going to be another root moment in the... Are you tripping alert everyone?
This, up to
And the
the
crunchies.
Acrobatics. Acrobatics.
I'm gonna try to make a dex save to catch his hand if he slips and falls.
You can use your reaction to try since you were the last one to make a save.
If he falls.
Do you see where to make the save?
Oh no.
Fernandy?
My connection to the server's
Oh,
really
I'm
interrupted.
Yeah, mine too. God damn it, roll 20. Don't fuck with me today.
No, you don't make the check first. Okay, now.
Now, alright, so you start to fall, Dr. Nada.
Oh no.
Aurix reaches out to grab you, but you plummet 30 feet.
Can you move me, honey?
Oh fuck! It's 30 feet.
Yes. Yeah, well, as far up the rope that he managed to climb.
Can I use a bonus action as I'm falling?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Misty step into the window.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
So as you're falling, you remember, what am I doing? And you misty step in through the window.
I fall right before I hit the ground and just boom, right to the window.
So you don't take that falling damage, and you enter an empty room. The window is shut, so Aurix probably isn't in there yet. Do you want to open the window for them?
Oh. Could you
You see land on the
Knock
other
on
side
the
of the
glass.
window.
tap tap tap?
Yeah, and that perception check land as this all was going down. You see the room is empty, and then suddenly Dr. Nod is in front of you.
My eyes widen, and I kind of like,
I'm laying on the ground too.
Why
I get up and just brush myself off. That was a close one.
Koosh!
So
Ow.
you open the window. Lady Zan, are you climbing?
Yeah, my roll 20 is down.
Yeah, is everyone's roll 20 down?
mine just did it.
Oh yeah, mine.
Yeah, mine did too.
Fucking hell.
Mine just came back, so
Did you refresh or just wait?
I just waited.
Okay.
Alright, so roll me an acrobatics check, and you can just tell me what it is because you're here. We can do this theater of mind, you guys.
I got an 8.
Alright, Lady Zan
Here we go.
begins to fall.
Can I try to catch her?
No, you're inside the building.
Can I try and catch her?
Yeah,
Good lord.
bro, you always... Actually, you and Lady Zan should have had a moment before all of this, because you guys were traveling companions for quite some time,
Yeah.
and Bro being gone weighed heavily on Zan's conscience, feeling somewhat responsible for that, so... I'm not going to make you guys have a roleplay thing right now, but I'm giving you a, is it called a Vox Machina, or is it Ex Machina? An intervention.
Yeah.
You don't need to roll for this. Lady Zan starts to
nice.
fall, and the camera zooms in on just two hands. You watch as Brosho grasps her wrist, and her wrist grasps onto yours, and you lock eyes, and you pull her up. Lady Zan, Bro just saved you from falling.
My hero.
Of greenest, and you're all up top and able to get in the room. You enter the room and are met with another door, which easily swings open if you decide to. There's no handle on this one.
Are we still stealth?
Yes, you guys are still stealth. You almost weren't twice.
Can I go in the building now?
Yes, you guys can go in the building.
Sweet.
I'll move you.
Jump on the bed.
Don't jump on the bed. Are you jumping on the bed?
No more monkeys jumping on
Nope,
the bed.
nope, not jumping on the bed.
Okay,
I hate
I'll give you that one
going
moment.
through buildings. I think we should just set it on fire and see what's left. It's always the best bet.
Traps outside, set the building on fire. Good
Yep,
work.
no more traps.
Before we destroy everything, should we
Is there
check
anything in this
around maybe?
room? I'm gonna search the room of anything of interest. Are these just beds?
So
Look
you
like
see there's a table and a bed in this room. Nothing of interest.
Yes,
Pretty
I'll
barren.
just kind of listen for any noises within the shack in general.
Perception check. You hear some shit from the room over. Brosho, you put your ear up against the wall. You stand on top of the bed, which has pillows made of down feathers of a baby griffin.
Yes!
Whoa.
Yes, I finally did it!
Thank God.
Since day one, I've been waiting to place this item, and I finally fucking did.
Is this like comfortable?
It's the most comfortable pillow you've ever fucking touched.
It's a
Taking the
quote
pillow.
from Adventure Time.
There's a picture of the guy from My Pillow holding the.
I'm gonna steal one of the pillows and add it to my inventory.
All right.
I am also.
It
help
is
me out
called
there.
this: pillow made of down feathers of a baby griffin. That is the entire title.
For a kobold,
Help
it's
me out there.
basically a bed.
Well,
I know. Is it two?
Yeah.
Or one?
So, Brosho, you hear through the wall some chitter chatter coming from the side of the wall, as I just said. I need to pull up a thing because I forgot the actual mutterings. Fuck! I'm so sorry. Hold on. Complete game progression.
Mutterings.
Hunting. No, shit. Wrong one. That's Rise of Tiamat.
Immersion.
Fuck. Oh
Broken.
god! The immersion! No! Curd session. There we go.
Desynchronized.
Ahead. Roadhouse. Where is it? Fucking hell. Oh god. Where is it? All the studying. All the time. Gone. Just don't remember. I mean, I do remember. Everyone watching this on YouTube is just going to be like, wow, dude. Wow, way to scroll.
Well, I was doing pretty good up till now.
Yeah. So, you hear whispers. You hear dragon hatchery. You hear the words Tiamat uttered. Heroes of Greenest. You're starting to put together a sentence. They're talking about you guys.
Alright, I'm gonna relay everything I'm hearing in a whisper to the party.
Oh yeah, and you hear the word murder several times. And kill. And douchebags. And fuckheads.
Whoa.
They're talking about us.
Degenerates.
Yeah, that's us.
That's us.
And then you hear
For
some.
sure.
Then you hear sobbing.
Okay,
you hear,
maybe
you
we
hear the
should stop
sounds
listening.
of mugs hitting tables. And then nothing really.
It might be drinking.
You hear sadness.
You hear shuffling coming from downstairs. What are you guys gonna do?
Well, we're not going to
We're still pretty hidden, aren't we?
Yeah, right
Yeah,
now
I mean-
you're not. Nothing has gone off.
Presumably, they use this room to sleep, and once they come in here, they'll sleep.
Oh.
Let's just wait. Wait, what is our objective here?
Just back against the wall and wait.
We
You
can just
we-
wait and
Bring
ambush.
justice.
yeah. Your guys' goal, your quest, is still pretty much the same, which is track these guys. Only now, it's pretty evident that they are the Dragon Cultists, and they know who you are, and it is no longer cordial caravan trip. It is now you stalking them, like lions.
Well, they don't know who I am.
They don't know who this guy is. You're right. And
But
I remember a long time ago, some of you took cultist robes. Does that? Who was that?
They wouldn't.
damn it, Lance had them.
Oh, it was Lance. I mean, would he have kept them with him?
Well, even if he did, I think the only other person that had him was Vay, and he's not in the...
Yeah, and Vay's not with you guys, and I don't think he kept it in his inventory.
And also, they won't fit half our party.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he didn't keep it in his inventory, so it's not there. Oh yeah, that's right. No, he actually sold it. So.
Dick.
So, one of you guys still has a battle dagger. That's cool. That does 1d6. It's like a short sword. That's called a battle dagger.
How about we go out there, quietly, and then just silently kill them all? Room to room.
We could also just.
I mean,
wait here for them to
silently
come to
bring
bed.
justice to them
I
all.
was just about to say. Tiamat whispers in your ear, "Yes, come to me, my child." That would be awesome if someone was a Tiamat worshiper. I would love you so much. But you're not. Bahamut good boys. So, you guys sit quietly in the room. A few moments pass. You heard the stirring of the other room. Brosho relayed the information, and now you all sit. What do you do?
I don't like all this waiting around. Let's get out there.
What time is it? Like,
Right now,
You're
it
ready.
is probably, as you look at your magical wristwatch, it is about 2 a.m.
they're up late.
No, they're up really early.
Just for safe measure, I'm also going to cast. I guess since we don't need to be hidden, that doesn't really matter. Oh, why does this? It's like my chart doesn't want to work now. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it is darkness.
Ooh, you want to cast darkness? So you can cast darkness anywhere within 60 feet, and you can have
That makes it so. Wait, that's the silly one. That one, not silly. That's the one that actually does darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's sorry.
complete darkness. Oh, silence. Ooh,
That way, if someone comes
120
in the
feet.
Beautiful.
So
Someone comes in this room, we kill them.
Oh, and
literally, this entire warehouse is affected. You cast silence over the entirety of the warehouse,
Wait,
only for it to be
20
dispelled. I'm just kidding.
I don't think it can
Wait.
quite do that. It's a 20-foot radius.
Oh, God, I looked at the range and assumed that that's how the target works.
That's how far I can cast it on someone.
You can
So
cast
if you're
it anywhere within 120. So literally anywhere in the warehouse, you can do this.
Okay. Wait.
Maybe have it cover this area.
Wait. Oh, on a point you choose.
Mhm.
Damn, I thought it was like I was gonna choose an item and then I would just have this fucking side. That'd be cool. Okay, that doesn't work like that.
No, that's
Yeah,
not
in the room, in the center of the room.
Center of the room? Oh,
Okay, well, one
keep
second.
in mind, we can't cast spells that have verbal components inside silence.
Yes, this is true. So Dr. Nada would be very much affected by that.
Okay.
Like, basically turned useless. So he would have...
Doctor Nada, do you have a knife? All right, fine. Should I not? I'll ask the group today. Should I not cast silence?
I mean...
If someone comes in here, they'll like just scream.
Damn it. Got that wrong. I got that wrong and I can't see it. No, it's dead.
Oh, whoops.
Alright, let's just cast it on, like, these rooms and we check out the rooms.
Okay, so I'll do like this. That's technically a box 20
Alright.
by 20.
No. That's a quarter of it. It's 20-foot radius.
Oh. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, where should I put it? I'm asking the team here.
Have Aurix draw it.
What?
Have Blake draw it. He knows where to put it. There you go. Also-
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be there, but that's just the
I
right
think I can't
size.
see it.
Also, do you want to change your name from Lance to
Oh, there we
Aurix on the bottom left? On your
Right.
thing?
I'll do that.
Perfect.
I'll even
wonder
change
why-
the art.
So suddenly silence goes shh, and a hush fell over the crowd.
Alright, let's go.
Then nothing.
Arx is gonna silently open the door.
You all
In fact,
can
no
speak
matter
in
how
sign language.
loudly you open the door, it's silent.
Yep, so you open the door, no sound is made. You can see an open warehouse.
Let's go.
Oh, we see a guard. So I see a guard.
So yeah, and what's interesting is as you step out, you can hear a conversation happening below. You can't quite see it yet from your position, but you hear.
Actually, I don't think we can because silence will block it. We won't be able to hear it.
Oh, you won't. Oh, that's right. Something's happening though. In a separate scene, you hear a half orc, or someone heard before the silence spell, the murmurings of a half orc, and then the sudden argument like, "What? What's going on?" And the guard at the bottom of the steps is trying to say things, but like
Not happening.
It's not happening. He looks very confused.
What are you, some kind of mime?
He
Dumbass.
takes out this bell and starts dinging it. And nothing's happening. And this guy is just looking dumbfounded. He's very confused and is alert now. So, what are you guys doing?
Alright, Sneak. Is anyone following me?
The two little ones were.
It's okay, we're nice and short. Get away from the
Behind
stairs!
us. Yeah, we get to the wall.
Ah,
By the way, this whole time I'm like a robber scaling the wall, and I'm little, and it's all helpful.
So,
I also am really hard to be seen right now because I
Alright.
even have Slurk or whatever it's called.
you guys are
Called Slurk.
so far
Whoops,
unspotted.
let me do that. Ignore that.
And then Aurix fucks it up. Skulker. That's right. Oh yes, you're super hidden. You literally disappear into the shadows almost with your shadowy form, and it is rather dark. It's the middle of the night. There's only a few sconces on the bottom floor that are lit, but most of you have dark vision anyway, so you can see.
Alright.
A
Aurix?
1, 2,
Sorry.
3, 4, 5 doors line the way to two stair sets. One right in front of you and one to the other end, and that's all of the second level.
Alright.
You also see down.
Aurix is gonna like.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Is gonna point to the orc, and he's gonna like point to the guard down the stairs, and then he's gonna like move off to the orc.
Okay.
And like silently
As you
tiptoe.
leave that space of silence, roll new stealth checks.
You still check.
These are without pass, without trace. As he is concentrating on silence. Ooh. Silent.
Nice.
Hush. Very quietly. You two step on the floorboards without even making a creak. Very lightly, especially Aurix. Much easier for Aurix than Dr. Nada. But Dr. Nada does an especially good job of tiptoeing. You guys make it to the other end. I'll just move you to.
Oh no, I'm not trying to go to the other end.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and just put yourself wherever you are.
I just want to be above him, and I'm
Oh,
gonna attack him from above.
I'm sorry. Dr. Nada, where do you want to be? You can put yourself anywhere. You definitely succeeded then. Oh, perfect. All
And
right.
then like I'm gonna like nod at Land if he's ready. I mean, I'm not quite sure where Land is.
Yeah, and
I think
then
he's over there.
and then Land. You should.
No, then I like get the other guy.
Oh.
Not over to him.
Lady Jane and Bro, are you still sitting in the room?
I can see some stuff from where I am.
Oh, you can see more than you're supposed to.
I don't think I can see more than I'm supposed to.
Let me
but
see.
I can definitely see that.
I guess I'll kind of stay behind, but I'll follow after them just that I at
Yeah.
least
Yeah, no, that's.
I'm saying
that I
where
at
am
least
for
know
now.
where they are.
Yeah, no,
You got more hit points than like any of us.
For now, I'm saying up here.
Go for it.
All right.
Okay.
Show me what you've got.
Should I roll a stealth check too?
Yes. If you leave the silence, you're rolling a new stealth check.
All
Oh,
right.
so I'm still in the silence though right now.
Yeah, you're fine. You didn't need to roll that while you're in the silence. Sorry.
Aurix is going to cast.
He casts a
Spiritual
sneeze
weapon?
and sneezes fire.
No!
Oh, you got your dragon sneeze on there, right?
I do.
All right, good.
Okay.
I've actually been meaning to ask. With my new condition, can I learn Dragon Breath or Dragon Sneeze?
You'll just
If it-
have to find out.
If it persists, maybe. Okay. I'm gonna cast a spell and it's gonna start the combat. Everybody ready? I mean,
Can I, as soon as the combat starts, do a leaping? Would it give me any bonuses to leap punch this dude from the balcony?
yeah, you're a monk. So, classic monk move right there. Leap punch.
Alright. In pure silence, too.
Yes.
Alright, well.
Since it's
However I have to
almost
do that
time,
is I'll
should
do
we
that.
Save combat for next time.
Do you see that? Do you see that, bro?
Gil.
On your character
Okay,
sheet.
sweet.
And what was that, honey?
Since it's like almost time, should
That's
we
a
just
good
save
point.
combat for next
Yes,
time?
I was gonna pull a next time
Alright,
on
we'll-
Dragon
alright,
Ball Z.
I just,
we'll
like,
not
don't
roll
wanna
initiative
start
then.
something and
Yes, so let's just
get half around
go over
it.
the battle plan really quick here. So what you're going to cast something on the half orc?
Yeah. My plan was to cast Spiritual Weapon, like here, and like, I don't know, get him to be confused. Then maybe Nada does something. Then Land does flippity flips.
Okay, so improvise. Got it.
Bro, and Zan does something. Zan does something.
This is a perfect plan.
Yeah,
That was my plan
I'll do
in my head.
All right. Well,
I'll be doing something.
we'll find out how this transpires next time on Hoard the
Yeah.
Dragon Queen. As for now, you all I'm just kidding. He didn't level up.
We do know that there were voices coming from behind here, so these rooms might not necessarily be empty. If we lose the silence, they might.
Yes, you
Ooh.
don't know what's behind the doors.
I should set another snare at one of the
Oh
doors.
yes, that would be perfect.
You can set it now. Go ahead and tell me where
Alright.
you want it.
So where's the door to that room?
That
No,
door.
right
Yeah,
here.
right there.
All right, yeah, put it right in front of the door.
All right, go ahead and draw your snare in like green, and I'll just write snare on it. That way I know.
Freehand.
However you want to, or just like circle the space.
I don't know how to make it. Oh, there we go.
Snare. Holy fuck.
There, now it's in green. Wait, no, it's not.
Noted. So we'll have that ready to go off.
Here's my suggestion. The green square with the red.
Yeah, I'm done with that. I just don't know how to change my color or make the square
Just
green.
delete that, and I'll put this here.
Okay.
I don't know how to delete it either.
Oh, just click on it, then hit the delete key.
All right. And Dr. Nada. I guess you guys all have a week to figure out what you're doing.
Alright, let's plan this.
I'm gonna pull up my schedule really quick. We'll go ahead and end the video here. So we'll find out what happens next time on Dragon Ball Z. That was terrible. That was such a bad fucking outro.
Cut to
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Ugh.
cut to freeze frame of Land jumping off the balcony with the.
I want one of my fists to be like all like glowing too, like ready to just.
No, it was like a foot, and he's like jump kick and flip, and Aurix is mid casting a spell.
It's like the
and
end
Sash
credits of a Saturday morning cartoon. Like yeah, go Joe.
No, no.